session 9 of the Astral Circus here on happyjacksrpg, and it is gonna get gross. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons 2024 edition. We've made the minor change of rolling 2d10 instead of d20s. There's some interesting things to your probability. And if you want to find all our previous sessions, you can go to happyjacks.org/The Astral Circus. I am Jason. I'm the GM for this game. I have many gross and weird ideas that I can put into this because it's Spelljammer, and I am proud of myself. That will also serve as your content warning this week. It is gross and yucky and bad and fun. So, just be aware. We have our safety tools in place that lets us be gross and yucky and bad and have room to hit the brakes when we need to hit the brakes. Let's start over here with Dion.
Hello, I am Dion. I will be playing Gralen Longstamp, our resident forest gnome grave cleric, and I am terrified that Jason keeps saying gross.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jay, and I'm playing Brutus, the Giff monk. We both use he/him pronouns. Excited to be back this weekend, and looking forward to getting some of that gross stuff in my mouth.
Hey,
Great.
On that note, hi everybody, I'm Sam. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm here to play Captain Jaden Sapphire, he, him, Astral Elf Druid, and the causer of problems, maybe? We don't know. Let's find out.
yeah. All right. Who's it?
Is that still a question at this
Hi.
point?
I am Pooja. I don't use pronouns. I'm playing Ezthe Perah, they, them, martial sorcerer tiefling who is having, an emotional meltdown covered by fighting cats. And like raucous partying, because how else do you exist in life?
If you're just listening along, Pooja is joining us by remote this morning, and the cats are not here in the studio with us. I keep forgetting to mention my pronouns are he, him, and then the pronouns of everyone I portray in the game. So it's complicated is the answer there.
Oh, I also forgot to mention I am he, him, and so is Gralen.
Fair enough. Okay, so previously we were attacked by a Royal Intrepid Shipping and Exploration Company ship, a frigate, sort of tall ship arrangement. I think I had originally described Rise ships as being more like early metal battleship kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Old Ironsides.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to retcon that to the sort of sails, tall ship sort of thing that just is, yeah, that's just kind of fun. So we'll just go with that. Because it didn't matter before now, and now we have one of their ships, and now it matters. So
I think the one that we fought the Kraken on, though, was a tall ship also. It was just that first one we were talking about.
Oh, okay.
That was the metal. They could have different kinds of ships.
Yeah, they
if you
probably
want.
do. They have some different ones.
That was their first prototype for the steel ships.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Mm-hmm.
So we have now taken over one of their ships. We figured out its sort of automated systems, figured out how to rename it to
The Twilight Sparkle.
the Twilight Sparkle. Now, under the command of Captain Jaden Sapphire, the 5 of you, including Zorog Backbreaker, have taken to the ship to take on some of the dangers around the Stardrift Athenaeum, and to give the caravan, the circus caravan, a little bit of breathing room between you all and the battle and whatever else is about to happen, and they eagerly await your return. But of course, Ezthe has taken that as a resounding rejection and ejection from the circus family, which
am I wrong?
it's a sensitive point for Ezthe that is yes, you're wrong, but that's okay.
I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm correct.
Okay.
We were told we were too dangerous to be around and that they were going to leave and we should get on this other ship.
Okay, that is an interpretation of the events. But we approach now on our little frigate. Again, it's a ship the size you would expect a crew of 20, 25 people, managing all the stuff. But there are some automated processes. The sails go up and down on their own. The weapons are all, sort of clockwork, not automatons, but they're automated through some arcane circuitry in the ship. And the 5 of you can manage this just fine, right? And also, the 5 of you are sharing the captain's cabin, which was really the only space that was available to you. And Brutus will get to discover this when he returns. And I want to zoom in on Brutus for a moment here. So, Brutus, you were invited to Kelemvor's estate. And he made an offer. He would like you to become one of his psychopomps.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some training involved, and but it represents like the fact that you can already step through shadows, and you have that relationship to shadow means you are compatible with that, and he thinks your overall demeanor and attitude is compatible with the sort of occasionally somber nature of the work. And getting people to where they're supposed to be after they die. What does that meeting? So I'm picturing the it's sort of it would be a hedge mage if you're a hedge maze if you're under 3 feet tall, right? Like the hedges are 3 feet high. So even
Gralen, yeah,
could manage this hedge maze. But it is, this sort of hedges, and it's this round shape with, that kind of...
it's a labyrinthine structure.
Yeah, classic maze structure,
yeah.
With a big spot in the middle with like a fountain and some marble benches and just a place to sit and have tea and chill or whatever. And it's you and Kelemvor sitting in the middle of this garden.
Does he still have the hippo body?
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
Okay.
No, we're back to Idris Elba not needing the mocap.
Sure. And like 8 foot tall, or like
he's
10 foot tall, however.
Yeah.
I certainly look up at Kelemvor, and at first I'm like, why no hippo body this time?
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of just fill in the gaps in my head and think, well, they're a deity, so I'm pretty sure they can just be dang well whatever they want, whenever they want.
Mm-hmm.
But also, as I'm looking up at Kelemvor, I'm thinking, oh, this must be how other people feel.
yeah.
When they're looking at me. Because I'm on the tall side, I'm on, but I say, so what exactly does it mean for me to be in your service?
Well, for some, it would mean that it implies their worship. I don't expect that of you. In your case, you are welcome to, but that is not what the job entails. The job entails being ready to respond to requests. If somebody passes from the mortal realm and is having difficulty making their way to their next plane of existence, I may call on you if you are near, sort of cosmologically near, to where they are passing. And you will guide them, given the, like if I task you with this, then you will have, you will be granted a sense of where they need to go, and you already have the ability to traverse those spaces.
does that mean I'm going to have to leave my friends?
No, it doesn't actually.
Oh,
And in fact, the fact that you are mobile and you move around quite a bit is very useful to me,
oh,
and is why I would like to offer you this. You are in you frequently move around, and that means there's a chance that you will be where I need you to be without. I have other psychopomps in my service, but they are often much more restricted in where they reside.
oh, okay. I really kind of just met them, and I kind of like being with them, so I suppose if that means I can still be with them, then that's okay. Um, and also your friend Longstamp, um, he seems like he could be a really big help for me doing this, and I think I would feel a lot better about it if I could be around him.
I think that would be ideal as well. And in fact, I was going to suggest that he be your mentor in this faculty.
Great, good. Then I'm up for it. What does that mean now?
It means
What do I need to do?
I will have to ask something exceptional of you. And if you answer no for right now, I understand.
Mhm.
And the offer will remain open. However, what I'm asking you to do is remain here for some amount of time. And that time will not have passed for your friends, but it will pass for you, in that there are some months of training required. The best example I can give you as for how this will be experienced, you will be here for some months and you will have been gone for some hours. You may have heard of a spell called Time Stop. This is an effect in the reverse, in that you will have an accelerated experience.
Okay. I don't know if I really get all of that, but as long as I'll be able to go back afterwards.
Yes. You will return to your friends less than a day after you left,
Oh,
depending
alright.
on how long you need your training here.
Okay. Um, will I need to figure out my way around? And I kind of like raise my hands and gesture around everywhere. Am I gonna need to figure my way around here? Do I need to find a place to settle down?
We have a training barracks and teachers who will guide you through everything that you'll need to know for this position.
Oh, that sounds really familiar, actually.
I thought it might, actually. Your background is a positive in this regard.
Oh,
In addition, there's a type of weapon that I would like you to be proficient in if you are in this service for the realm of shadow.
oh,
I call it a thresher. And he holds up this, essentially a sickle, right, with a long bit of chain attached to the handle. For audience, it looks a lot like a Kasarigama, if you're familiar with that type of thing. But it looks like it could be thrown and whipped and, used as a grappling hook. In fact, there's all kinds of, I wrote up a whole, I did not, I think I did add the item
add
to
it to
your
my.
inventory.
Okay, I'll take a look at
Yeah,
it when we're kind of done with this little sequence.
But he holds this up and says, this is an unusual weapon for a lot of people to become familiar with, and however, it is extremely functional in the service of guiding people to their extraplanar existence.
at that, like, when I see it, I mean, I'm still a martial character. And so I get pretty excited about it. My ears wiggle, my eyes kind of, get wide at it. And at that point, I think I kind of just give like a wordless nod. Like, I'm ready for this, you
Okay.
know? It sounds the same and different from something I've done before, but, if this is like the first time I've been called by a deity.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd like to think I'd rise to the occasion.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So we'll do this as a little bit of a montage. As we know, when you've got to learn a lot of stuff real fast, you need a montage.
Or in the Matrix, you can just download it.
Right.
I wish. Oh God.
Really fast montage.
Yeah. However, we get a fair amount of. There is some physical training involved in that this weapon is a little bit strange to use. It requires some focus. It has 3 different weapon masteries that you will have access to at the start of each day. So when you finish a long rest, you can choose which weapon mastery you have access to while using that weapon. The other bulk of training is a lot of like book learning. It's like, here's the movement of the planes and the how things intersect, and not that they're expecting you to memorize all this, but it's like you need to understand how these things fit together, and then you could like look up in your guidebook.
So it's my understanding of the D&D rules then, in other words.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
They just, but I think also partly it takes a long time because Brutus was not a big book learner person, right?
Yeah.
So that is and I'm gonna roll some dice here. Oh wow, that's remarkable. I rolled 2d8 to see how many months it would be.
Yeah.
I rolled snake eyes.
Oh.
Oh.
So
Okay.
you
Nice.
actually fly through this training
Okay.
in 2 months you've completed the minimum.
Sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Right? So how does Brutus want to proceed with that?
You mean like, do I have the choice of going back or continuing on?
Yeah.
I think at 2 months, I would kind of still realize that I'm just scratching the surface. I would like to proceed. I would like to kind of continue on from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I should double check too. Everyone got their level 7 level up stuff done, right? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
But also, I think like this is again familiar and yet different because it's sort of like training with the contingent, but I think people are just a lot more kind of open and loose about it and more willing to be a little more social.
Yep.
So in the span of learning, I'm also kind of growing as a social creature.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I think I want a little bit more of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's really good. I imagine if we went about 6 months or so, it would feel like
sure. Yeah.
And you've been able to get some check-ins of like, what are they up to? Well, they've moved an hour.
Yeah.
But the oh god, I forgot what I was going to say right then. That's okay.
You know what? I think one more thing that I would ask of whoever is training me or of Kellamvor is that they let Jalen. Here we go with the shipping again. They let Gralen know that I'm okay.
Yes.
I'm doing fine.
They communicate that.
Yeah.
Also, I'm granting Brutus the cleric ability of adding wisdom to religion checks.
Oh, okay. All right.
And you will use religion when navigating the planes.
Sure.
All right. Whereas some people would use Arcana, you will use religion skill to navigate the planes. And then if you want to become proficient in religion, that's up to you if you want to devote points to that. But you have you can add your wisdom bonus to religion checks. Okay. I think that's everything we need to cover. Did you find the weapon?
I did, yeah. I need to give it a little more of a read, but I did notice sort of the utility, like the
I'm going to
mobile
go over some of it
utility
real
and-
quick because I'm sort of proud of it.
That sounds cool.
So yeah, it's this hook weapon on a chain. When you attune to it, you could choose pull, sap, or topple. Pull is a weapon mastery I created, which works just like push, but it pulls them toward you.
Yep.
It
Necessary.
is a +2 weapon. It when you hit a creature with an attack, you can, rather than roll damage, automatically grapple them,
Okay, cool.
and they have disadvantage to break that grapple.
Mm.
And it can also be used as a grappling hook. However, normal grappling hooks can go 50 feet. This can only go 20 feet.
Okay.
Which,
Cool.
again,
That's
is strange because it only has about 10 feet of chain.
Yeah.
But it sort of becomes
Yeah.
as long as you need it to be. You wrap it around your waist and hang it off the side there, and it never gets tangled up.
Mhm.
It is always about as long as it needs to be. Yeah.
Is the sickle on the end, is the size of it relative to Brutus?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like a human sized.
So it's a
like
little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah, and it would support, any sort of normal weight, up to 300-400 pounds probably,
Mhm.
for climbing.
Sure.
So,
Cool.
okay, so we have Brutus's training montage, and you return, Brutus. When you are set to return, you actually come back to the Twilight Sparkle. So the tall ship that has been taken over by Captain Jaden Sapphire. And you all have Brutus return. I assume Brutus has like a goatee.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of totally. Yeah.
Is there anything different about Brutus?
I think I think I've been wearing like the same clothes that I've had, and I've changed into various uniforms. But I think kind of being away for a little bit has desaturated everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got a goatee.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Like not a full one, but like
Sure.
stubble,
Sure. Yeah.
I've got a few like piercings
Mm-hmm.
that weren't there before.
Oh.
Like, a couple on my ears and maybe like a stud like popping out of my cheeks.
Yeah. Jay and I were joking about the end of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yeah.
Where they go and like learn how to play guitar real good
Yeah.
and then come back.
Yeah. They practice for their show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I just stand with a little more like confidence and poise. And when I appear, I don't know where I am at first. I'm like, oh, this isn't the wagons.
Mhm.
This isn't the Astral Circus wagons. But as soon as I see you all, I kind of like gather you all up and I kind of just give you a big hug.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, Gralen, Jaden, Ezthe, it's so good to see you again. It's been so long.
Yeah, and for you all, it's been an exciting afternoon. But
Yeah.
It felt like forever. Missed you so much.
And you also notice that this is the first time I've ever called you by your first names.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So, it's kind of weird hearing it out of my mouth to start. But then I put you all down and I'm like kind of back to business. Where are we and what's going on?
Also, it's important to know that Zorog Backbreaker is
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
group as well.
Mhm.
But that's all right. She doesn't expect hugs, and
Sure,
in fact
sure.
would be a little standoffish about it.
Sure.
But
I think I don't acknowledge her just yet. I'm like so busy with everybody. Yep.
You would probably notice that Jaden's jaunty new hat that has just like a ridiculous spray of feathers in like blues and purples
Yeah.
coming off of it and like set at a rakish angle. He's like, "It's Captain now. Welcome to our ship."
Oh, well, hello, Captain. Permission to come aboard?
Permission granted.
I love the idea that Jaden has had this hat for ages, right? It's just like, it doesn't feel like the right moment. Like, I know what to
I can
do.
use the hat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I've kind of been getting check-ins from you, but again, time has been moving slow, so... So... Did you have to, hold on for a second. I gotta get a name. What was the ringleader's name again? Did you have
Carnelia?
to, like, wrestle Carnelia for this?
No, but there's a thought.
Mm.
No, she said we were too dangerous. So now we're on our own and they're at a safe distance.
That's not exactly.
They still love us though, just from farther away.
Yes, that last part is correct. This ship
We may never
attacked
see
us.
them again though, but it's fine.
We will see
Oh my
them again.
God.
Do I kind of get, like, a sense that there's something off about Esthe's voice here, or about Esthe's intonation here?
I mean, that's up to you. You know that. Yeah. How do you want to interpret that?
I don't know. Puja, what do you think?
Would you want to roll an insight? Just
I mean,
to-
I can if that's, like...
if that facilitates.
Would that make sense to you, Puja?
Yeah, I think if you rolled an insight.
Okay, all right.
I mean, they are just also really drunk.
Oh,
So
yeah,
how much of it is
yeah.
just
All
lobby
right.
drunk?
Good point. I'll roll that. I'll make that insight check.
Sure.
That's 12 altogether.
Okay. So on that, I'm gonna interpret that as Esthe's drunk. Maybe there's something else going on, but
Oh, I'm sorry. That's 15. Never mind.
15.
I'm
Okay, hold on.
proficient.
No, that's a different breakpoint. Esθε is drunk, and there is
Is
something else going on,
Okay, all right.
but you're probably not gonna get to the heart of it while Esθε is this drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
Okay. I tuck that away for a bit, and then I make it a point to remind myself to make sure to check in on Esther later, because my friend can't feel. I mean, I got to take care of my friend if there's something going on.
Brutus shouts, "Alexa, remind me to check in on Esθε later." Who's Alexa? Sorry to anybody listening on speaker right now. The ship is carrying on towards the Stardrift Athenaeum. The asteroid component of this, I mentioned it was built into an asteroid. If you picture kind of like, it's not as clean cut as this, but that like round sort of princess cut diamond where it like tapers to a point at one end and it's sort of flattish at the other end. It's not as like perfectly cut as all that, but like it looks like a broken chunk of rock that is basically that sort of conical diamond shape, right? With that flat part on the end. The flat part is pointed away from the realm space's star, right? From our sun. And so the pointy bit is like pointed right at the star. And then on the flat part is a dome, right? It looks, from far away, it looks kind of like a off-white marble dome, kind of. As you get closer, we'll get more detail, but yeah, I mean, it looks like the, entrance or the access to the Athenaeum is probably at that dome somewhere.
Okay, so before now I had imagined this dome is more energy, but you're saying it looks solid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Can we see any other ships near the Athenaeum?
We'll get there.
Okay.
I want to check in before we get any closer.
Okay.
All right. Before there's any more information, is there anything we want to do?
Um,
Or we can just zoom in and keep going.
I think,
I didn't want to get into like cutscene mode.
yeah.
Right.
Given that we have stolen this ship, acquired this ship,
Murdered everybody for the ship.
they started it.
It did, in fact.
It's
Legit.
just loot. I think Jaden would want to plot a course that's like a little subtle,
Hmm.
not full on. Like we don't want to go straight at it.
Okay.
We don't want to look like we're trying to sneak up on it either, because probably from afar they'd be like, "We know that
You
ship."
belong here.
Yeah. But like a subtle route. I know he's not subtle, but
Sure. I mean, you can have left the original flags up for now.
oh yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
I know you changed the name on the side, but that's a long ways away to see,
Hmm.
right? So there's really no need to be circumspect as far as that part goes. Like they're fully expecting you to return to
Yeah.
you're patrolling the area around the Athenaeum.
Okay. If we can leave the original flags up, then yeah, I think we'd.
Yeah. And this is all like stuff we could have inferred from that speak with dead moment,
Yeah.
that's fine. Okay, so as I'm describing stuff, feel free to interrupt or pause. This is not just cutscene, right? But I'm gonna lay things out, and if you have questions or anything, we'll just jump in, okay? As you approach, you can see there are a couple of notable features at the dome. All right. One of them is another sort of frigate-sized tall ship, similar to this one, but seems to have more like belly to it. Like maybe there's actually living quarters and stuff under there, and it doesn't have a lot of gun ports. It has like a couple of gun ports, but not like this one is a gunship, right? So you see that, and it is. I'm just going to reorient us so that the dome is up.
So
right?
the gravity plane is like horizontal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The gravity plane is horizontal to the flat part of the asteroid and the dome. All right. So as we get closer, the ship rotates and it sort of aligns so that we'll be able to sync up with all of that. And you can also tell from far away that there is an oxygen bubble around the asteroid that is actually quite a bit out from the asteroid itself. It's a perfect sphere. And so you could see sort of the glimmer of air particles and things like that moving around. And in fact, as you get closer, you can see the glimmer of debris. There is the other Rise ship that we mentioned, the Osiris. And you realize it is sort of parked near this opening in the dome, but it's also like there's debris coming off of it, and it's a little bit askew from how you would normally think to sort of dock next to something, and right, like the angle is off for their deck. Their deck isn't lined up with the gravity plane,
Okay.
right? So that it's sort of like canted over a little bit, and the ass end is up, and it's like, what is this, right?
Yeah.
And at first it looks like there's a really big hole in the dome, because there is this dark spot on the light gray material of the dome. But you realize what it is, and you all have like didn't somebody have a telescope? Or, I mean, not a telescope, but a like.
Oh, a spyglass?
Yeah, spyglass. Somebody was excited to use their spyglass, I thought. Maybe it was a different game.
I'm sure there's one on the ship.
Yeah. Either way, we get this information. What you see, and any of you would be able to recognize because it's a terror of realm space, is the ass end of a nautiloid sticking out of the dome, right? So it is like pierced the dome, and also looks kind of like broken, right? There's like pieces floating away from it. So we also can tell whatever the gravity plane is here, there is stuff that's kind of just floating around. So the gravity plane, maybe you have to be closer to the floor or whatever who knows, right? That there are lots of things where, yeah, once you're 20 feet away from the gravity plane, it stops working. Sometimes they extend a lot further than that. But, way up at the top of the dome, I'll give you some scope here too. This whole surface is maybe oh wait, I have to make sure I do this correctly. Okay. 75, 150 times 5 is 450.
150 times 5?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the whole top of the cone, right, is about 500 feet across.
Ooh.
Okay. So.
Oh, 750.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
750.
the calculator
Yeah.
says actually 750.
Right.
Calculator says
300,
750.
300. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. No, I messed this up. It's
It's
75.
like, wait a minute, 5 times 1 is not 4.
Yeah.
Okay. 75 feet is the diameter, or 75 squares is the diameter of the dome.
Okay.
So 75 times 5.
75 times 5.
Is
150, 300,
150, yeah.
450.
that's 450.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 450.
So 450. So the whole asteroid is about 500 feet across,
Okay.
right, in diameter. The dome is about 450, right? So there's a little lip of uneven asteroid. It's not perfectly cut or anything. The dome is perfectly round, but it's just kind of like centered on there as much as possible. And that's a pretty big space, right? Like that, you could fit a football field in there,
Mhm.
and then some, right? That's big. A regular football field is about 300 feet long, approximately. So that's just a little bit of scope, right? And these ships are, like a nautiloid's 100 feet long. These frigates are probably similar. I don't know. Do you know the length of a frigate?
Not by heart, no.
Okay. You're on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in context, it's not like these are tiny little ships next to the dome, right? But it's significant. And the fact that one of them has just like punched through the dome and also looks broken, right? Like the back end is where that round part of the shell of the nautiloid is like cracked and like pieces are floating off of it, and you can see some of the inside. Yeah.
Been a long time since I'm in geometry, so I'm going to ask you, how high, it's like, will we imagine like top of the dome, will that equal distance?
Yeah. So it's 400 feet across, 450 feet across, and it's but it's relatively low. So it's like 30, 40, let's say 40 feet high from like the surface of the asteroid to the top of the dome.
Okay.
So it's a fairly shallow dome.
Gotcha.
All right. So approximately like 4 stories is what I would call that.
Okay.
The story is about 10 feet. So
So it's wide, but it's squat.
yeah. Yes.
Ideal sizes. Okay.
Yeah. It's like the boggle bubble. The reference that everyone gets. Okay, so yeah, it's wide, flat dome, not flat, but low dome, and also with the spyglass, as you get closer, you don't see anyone moving around on either of the ships that are outside, but you do see there's this great big gap in the dome that the nautiloid has punched through, and you don't see any other entry points just in your initial flyby. How close do we want to get?
That's a great question. I can't find my little spell thing that lets me do a like, hey universe, what do?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. How do I do
I
that?
think it's under features.
Features and traits.
Also, if you want to do 2, I can also do it once a day.
Yeah, where
If you
is
want to
that?
pose 2 questions.
Cosmic Omen.
Well, that's the like reaction one.
Oh right, yeah, that's the Wheel and Woe.
Yeah. I also have the like, let's get a vibe check from the universe thing. But
Yeah.
I can't find that for some reason.
And that's the wheel and woe one, isn't it?
No.
Oh, it's a different one.
This is a
That's
different
a
one.
different one.
Yeah, where is that?
That's a great question.
Let's see if I can get that.
Did I accidentally remove that when I leveled up? That's dumb. I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I don't know what you would have replaced it with either. Oh, and everybody, hopefully you have kept track of your changes and stuff from last week because we've not had a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
can take a short rest if that helps you, but we've not had a long rest. Shoot, I'm not seeing it here.
Yeah.
Is it a spell?
I must have done something stupid and swapped it out for a different spell.
Yeah,
It's
it
fine.
must be a spell.
No. Tell me your idea, because I can do it through my orb.
Oh, basically, like, the spell works, it's just like you read the stars and it, like, rolls on a table to give you, like, some knowledge about what's going to happen in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, what is that spell called?
Augury.
Augury, that's what it is.
Augury. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
I'll put it back on there for next time.
Okay, but
That's
you
fine.
can cast Augury. That's fine. It is a. Let's see what level it is. It's a second level spell because you could prepare it any day. You probably
Right.
just didn't mark it as prepared, but I know that you would have had it prepared. So
Oh, I know what I did. I swapped it out for find traps because we were going into
Oh.
a place.
okay. So do you want to swap out Find Traps for Augury?
Again, I can do it. You said that I could do it once through my orb, once a day. So I
Yes.
can do it if you want me to do it.
Yeah.
Without you having to swap.
Okay, if Gralen can do it, I'll keep find traps because that seems like it might be useful.
Maybe. Well, hold on. Well, I don't want to answer that any more than it may be.
That's fair.
Okay. But I also, just so it's like, I'm not the kind of GM who's like, oh, all your weapons do poison damage? Guess what? Everyone's immune to poison. You know, like, that's not how I do things. So, all right, so you want to roll Augury?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't see it on the actual item. I don't know where.
So you receive an omen from another worldly. So you need to describe a course of action that you're going to take within the next 30 minutes. And then I will choose an omen from the omens table.
Okay.
And the spell doesn't account for circumstances such as other spells that might change the results. Yeah, that's
What did
that.
you have in mind?
Well, the plan of action was to go through the hole into the dome.
And does that, yeah. So understand that the possible results are, this is a good thing, this is a bad thing, it's good and bad, or it's neither good nor bad.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of answers you'll get.
I think the question Jaden would have asked is, how's it going to go for us if we go through that hole?
How's it going to go for this if we go through that hole?
I need to know more about what you think your goals are.
Oh, yeah. What
Will we find what we're looking for if we go into that hole?
Yeah, Will.
was our original quest from Lucretius? Like, what was our original goal?
Well, we're trying to find the information about the
Zodar.
The Zodar.
Zodar.
Yeah, Zodar.
Thank you. I
Yes.
was like armor people.
Zeus's
Um,
petals.
Right.
And then she thought that this would be the best place to find that because of the murals.
Right. Okay.
Right.
But this seems like something outside of just like the information that is like
Yeah.
the setting now.
Given
is
what we're
beyond
looking
that
at.
initial goal, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not the main concern right now that we're trying to suss out. Is what I'm getting right.
Like whether that information here is here or not is immaterial to, but it is, your goal is to find information about the Zodar.
Right.
And Lucretius thought, since she and Jaden had been here,
Yes.
and seen some things that indicated like maybe now with your current experience you would be able to get something different out of it and be able to get a little different context. But of course, from Lucretia's point of view, she was like, yeah, go to this library and look it up.
Go do some research.
Right? Like
yeah.
that's what
Right.
she wasn't thinking this was a dangerous adventure. So
Okay.
Whether or not that is there, I'm not going to be able to tell you, right? Like
Yeah.
this spell won't tell you if that information
Right.
is there. But yeah, I want you to be real specific about what can happen in the next 30 minutes and whether that would be good or bad. That's what I can answer.
So Gralen's main concern right now would be that's a nautiloid,
Uh-huh.
right? Like that's
Clearly identified as a nautiloid.
that's
Yeah.
a nautiloid. And the ship that I personally, right, like my personal goal from Mistra, the person that I'm sort of hunting down was supposed to be on that ship
Mhm.
that is at least somewhat sinking, capsizing.
Well,
looks
it's
like.
just drifting.
Okay, drifting.
Yeah.
Um,
And your orb, by the way, is saying, yes, the person is over there, but it's not precise enough to say, like, they're on the ship, or they're on the nautiloid, or they're in the dome.
They're-
Because it's like, whoa.
this general vicinity.
Yeah, the person
Okay.
is very close, is what it's telling you.
Gotcha. So I guess what's the Gralen thought here? Will we be walking into I don't know if I'm more concerned that it's a trap or that we're like interfering in a war zone right now. I'm
And remember, it's not a wish question or a
Right.
yes or no question.
right. It's a good or bad.
Will it be good or bad? You know,
Okay, I have the question. Will it be good or bad for us to intervene in whatever dispute is going on in this place right now?
what do you mean by intervene, right? So I'm taking this spell to understand your intention,
Right.
and not be a wordsmith.
Well,
Right, so-
no. So Gralen's intention here is this looks like a fight is happening.
I will say it does not
It
look
is not-
like these two ships are fighting.
Oh, it doesn't?
No,
Oh.
it's
We didn't
the-
see anybody moving, right?
Yeah, the nautiloid is like punctured the dome. The other ship is sort of adrift, right?
Oh.
It's eerily still,
I was looking at like there was like something that already happened between these two ships.
maybe, but that's not.
That's not clear.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to stop running away with my imagination.
Ooh, can I have a suggestion?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it. Please. I need help here.
I think maybe the question is with respect to your goal specifically, like doing Mistra's mission, will going through that hole help or hinder us in achieving that?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Oh,
That's a really good one.
It
Because we
is-
know that the person who, because the orb has been sending us here. This,
Right.
it's either inside or it's directly behind, I think, was the wording from last time.
My only hang up on that is I don't know if Gralen would take the time to do this for himself.
Okay.
That's so I had that thought, but like I don't.
yeah, but if you all are convening on this idea, it's okay that it's a group project. you
Okay.
know?
Then yeah,
and
then I
it's
would.
not
Oh, sorry. go ahead.
like we're on this mission with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Then yeah.
Okay, so the context of this target from
Will going in there help us to find / capture? Would it be good for us in the with the goal of capturing or finding or whatever we need to do with this person?
Okay.
Going in that hole.
I get to reveal. I guess it's the opposite of a trap card, a treasure card, that you have activated. So when you use augury with this orb and specify, will this advance Mistra's wishes?
Oh.
It will be extremely more specific.
Oh.
Okay. Going in there is the only way you can advance her wishes. And you will all be so you will all be acting with the effects of bless
Oh, wow.
going forward.
Okay.
Thanks,
I'm
Mistra.
sorry. You said moving forward
Well, for until
until we
sunrise.
use it.
Yeah, until a long rest. Until long rest.
Oh, wow, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, you have a divine boon because you aligned your augury to Mistra's wishes.
And Gralen has a flashback to when he said he was done with other gods and deeply regretting it, and foot and mouth disease.
He said other gods, not Mistra, right?
I did say the other gods.
Other.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you've got your 2.
I got 2.
Kellenbor's Polly. It's fine. So
Yeah, I would sort of report that. Like, we must. This is the only way that I can capture or find the person that Mistress asked me to find.
did we fan cast Mistra?
Mm-mm.
Did we fan cast?
Not yet.
I don't think we did yet.
I don't think
I
we
thought
did.
we did.
Did we?
Did we?
I don't
Oh,
remember.
you did? I don't remember who it was. You did.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just misremembering. But...
Oh, I think it was
Tilda Swinton?
it was what's her face, the Elf Queen from Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Kate-
right.
Oh,
That's
Kate
right.
Blanchett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's fair.
Because Kate Blanchett and Idris Elba in a love scene. I have complicated feelings. They're not that complicated. Okay, sorry. I'm not distracted. You're distracted. Okay, so the answer is going in there will absolutely further the goal of Mistra's revenge, right? And well, the punishment. And actually, I remember last time you were saying Gralen had become a little fuzzy on that idea of like punishment versus like kill the guy.
Right.
Right. And so it also refreshes her message in your mind of like punish them.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily like in her mind, like you will interpret what that means. And she means punish them. But you have a lot of leeway. As like it could be murder as a type of punishment, right? But you're not only able, but you're welcome to interpret that in a way that you think would impress Mistra,
Okay.
right? Like that is open to interpretation, and she values like creativity and thought, right? Like
Right.
if that's something you want to get clever about, then that's not something she's going to discourage. She just hates that this guy is using the Shadow Weave, and that will be punished. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. How does everybody feel about receiving the blessing of Mistra?
I mean, great.
Yeah. I think that there's like a real warm fuzzy that it's like Ezthe doesn't have a lot of like relationships with the gods. It's never really interacted with gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a really big deal to get this like boop on the nose of yes you.
Yep. You're so cute.
Yeah. Same here. Like, having come from kind of, Kellenvor's watch, and then getting this is a pretty. I think Brutus wouldn't have known what to do with it before, but now I'm like, okay, I understand like what it means to have a higher purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when you say, that's the only way we can go, Gralen, you feel like my hand on your shoulder. And whereas before, it would have just been like a big kind of like slap. Like, there's a lot more intention to it. Like, I got your back,
Yeah. And also, Brutus would have come back with a scroll for you, Gralen.
Oh, yeah.
That,
Oh.
that outlines that you are literally his mentor.
Okay.
Right? So, like, I don't think he would use the term superior. I mean, you're sort of his boss.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that is not that he has to follow all your orders, but like, I guess mentor is probably the best term.
Right.
Yeah. I think I understand that about Zorug as well.
Yeah.
That, like...
Yeah, she's less like directly
Yeah.
your mentor, but she
Yeah.
is certainly a senior member
Yeah, like
of
my
leadership.
relationship with her is different now, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to go through this nautiloid? Like, park by the broken end and then work our way through, or do we want to just find a spot where the nautiloid has punched through the dome and go through there?
I think Jaden's instinct would be to not get on the Nautiloid and to
Okay.
go
I'm
through,
very
go
curious,
into the
so-
Athenaeum
Okay.
through whatever.
Okay, so yeah, it is not, so where it has punched through, it's about half of it is sticking out the back, the big, curly shell, and the other half where the tentacles are is inside. And then the area of the dome around it, there are cracks.
Yeah, so the little
Um,
deck portion in the front is still kind of like exposed.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So we can kind of go through that deck portion.
So yeah, there are opportunities to do that. However, like if you don't want to touch the Nautiloid at all, you're going to come into the dome about 40 feet from the ground. And that could be
An issue.
problematic.
Yeah.
I mean, there are ways we could deal with that, but and as you approach, we'll just say you're getting near that opening. I'm not gonna, surprise you with anything. Oh, also as you get closer, you can see there are some bodies floating around.
Okay.
And as you get within, let's say 10 feet of the dome, so within 50 feet of the floor, you feel the first tugs of gravity plane.
Are these humanoid bodies or
Yeah.
some other? Okay,
And illithids.
okay, so they're both.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's not like dozens of them, but you see, half a dozen. Let's say 2 mind flayers and 4, humanoid,
Okay.
whatevers in Rise livery.
Yeah. Hopefully, those are the only illithids here. Though I highly doubt that.
I mean, 2 illithids on a whole Nautiloid is a light compliment, but is not unheard of.
Yeah, I think I would look for like the safest way for us to get into the dome that's not going to damage our new ship or us.
Okay. Let's roll investigation.
Oh, I'm not good at that. I can't use insight.
No, you have less.
I'm afraid we're not
Oh,
reading
right.
the dome's
We are blessed.
emotions.
What is
Add a
blessed?
D4.
Add a
Yep.
D4. Okay. All right. Let's see how cranky the dice are today. Pretty grumpy. Wait, no, that's the right one.
So you rolled 2d10 and a d4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Investigation is +0. I got a 7.
Okay. Yeah, it really doesn't look like there's another way in. You're gonna have to go into that butt crack. The crack in the butt of the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butt crack, obviously.
Yeah.
All right. Unless anybody stops me, that's what we're going for.
You're the
I-
captain. You must
Yeah.
know what you're doing. Like you're.
I mean,
you've been
if anybody wants to roll investigation, that's fine. Zorig is just like sharpening her scythe. She's just like sitting on the deck of the ship because it's this long ass blade, right? Like,
Gralen's like part of it. Part is like I don't want to. That's the captain. Like I'm not. No, I
Yeah.
don't like this idea, and I don't want to go on the Nautiloid. But like, you're the captain, and I trust you.
It's also better to like face all these people up front rather than let them sneak up behind us.
Captain. Oh, captain, my captain.
That's true.
I offered to like hop in first.
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay, all right.
okay.
And we have our sending stones, right? Still.
Yeah.
We're all on the same plane. Does that mean if we send in these sending stones, everybody at the Astral Circus will still hear what
But we've carved out a channel.
we've carved out?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. That's everybody at the Astral Circus starts hearing like
Yeah.
all of these communiques.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll get onto the bow of our of the Twilight Sparkle, and as we approach, I'll look. We're going into the Nautiloid butthole.
Yep.
Is that what it? Okay. all
Yeah,
right.
so the big shell has like flakes of like it's cracked off,
And, like,
right?
chitin
So
kind of coming off. Of
yeah.
It. Okay.
and you can see the so this part of the ship would be like cargo and all that stuff, and like where the tentacles are coming out is where the deck of
Yeah.
the ship is in the middle of the Nautiloid, right? And that's basically the like where the deck is right at the point where it has breached the dome.
Right.
And so the back end is where you would have your cargo and bodies and whatever, right? And you could see there are some like Ceramorphosis chambers,
Oh,
right?
gosh.
There's like all kinds of stuff floating around in this area.
Okay.
So, there's like the purple fluids and,
Little
gooey, fleshy
bubbles of,
bits.
like,
And,
yeah.
Nautiloid is a living creature. And it is this one. Let's see. Oh, actually, yeah, Agent of Kelemvor, this living creature is dead, like fully dead. The Nautiloid is dead.
Oh.
Yeah. It is not coming back. It is an ex-Nautiloid. And I'll just give you that one for free.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'll look into the opening and I'll find a place to like shadow step within and kind of just examine the area.
Yep. You hop in right away. I mean, it's really difficult because everything's at like 40, 45 degrees,
Yeah.
right, to where the gravity plane is. But you steady yourself. You get in there. You can see there is a whole bunch of just broken shit, right?
Yeah.
It hit this at high speed and was stopped at high speed. Like it was a massive collision.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like a slow motion, like we're gonna just ram our way into this dome. It fucking crashed.
Okay.
Right? So there's just debris all over the place. You're in a light gravity field, so most of the stuff is on the floor, but you can pick things up and move them even if they're really big. And the thing that I need you to, what's your passive investigation?
Passive investigation. It's not going to be great. It's just 10.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I think first and foremost, I'm looking for signs of anything that might be dangerous to us, whether that's living or not.
Okay. Let's roll investigation.
Okay. 14. Oh, double sevens, 14. Oh, I've got bless.
Oh, actually, it's DC 15, so you can't not get it.
Yeah, 16. So 16. Okay, all right.
Not Mind Flayer, the little brain guy.
Oh, an intellect devourer.
Yeah, Intellect Devourer is creeping along the ceiling.
Oh shoot, is it alive?
Yeah, and it's like it thinks it's sneaking up on you.
Okay. Well, there's this ka-chink as I like pull Thresher off and like engage the little blade.
Yep.
God. But it knows I'm there, right?
It's sneaking up on you. Yeah, it's
Okay.
hunting you. Yeah. It was going to get a surprise round.
I'm going to attack the thing.
Okay, let's do initiative, just the
Okay.
two of us.
All right. Ugh.
Just the two of us.
Yeah.
Double nines.
Okay, hold on. I have an initiative bonus, thank God. It's not great. 8, 11, 13.
Okay, yeah,
So-
I've got 18 plus 2 is 20. So
Do I have time to like can I make it so that I have a pocket for the sending stone like right here?
Yeah,
And
that's
just
fine.
go like, the sci-fi like hand on the ear.
Yeah, all right. So everybody roll initiative.
There's danger here, I'm gonna say, at the
Yeah.
very least.
Does bluff count for initiative too?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it does. It does. I think, right?
I think so, because it's still an ability check.
Yeah, I want it to. So why
Okay.
not? As long as it applies to
You're
everyone,
the
right?
GM.
As long as the bad guys could do it. Yeah.
Your bags aren't blessed.
No, but like in theory. I
Yeah,
think it's-
I'm just kidding. 20.
18.
Oh wow. Okay.
16.
All right. So 20. We both go on 20.
I only 20 because of blessed you crit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go first this time, and I'm gonna jump on Brutus.
Oh god, okay. And it's my mistake. It's only for attack rolls and saving throws. So that was my bad.
Attack rolls and
That was
saving
my
throws,
bad.
not skill checks.
Not skill checks, not yeah.
Okay. This bless applies to intelligence-based skill checks as well.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's a Mistra bless, and it's a divine intervention. So
Okay, cool.
yeah. Okay. So I'm rolling to attack.
Oof. AC. Oh, hold on. AC 17.
Oh, and I got a 14. So,
Okay.
I think I only get one attack. Hold on, I didn't open up Mind Flayer. Because why would I need that? I mean, not Mind Flayer. Jesus.
Intellect Devour.
Intellect Devour.
So my personal edition of dyslexia is I'm actually a good speller, but when I type the letter, it's all of the correct letters in whatever order it feels like. And then I can fix it, but it just slows me down a lot. But that's my superpower as a dyslexic, is I'm an excellent speller. I think I've mentioned second grade spelling bee champion, North Shore Elementary School.
Very nice.
Right here. So, you know, not to toot my own horn, but
I mean, but toot.
Toot it.
Okay. Let me check my attack bonus. Where is it? Oh yeah, I did that right. Hey, cool. I remembered. Okay.
Winning.
Gralen, you've got you're still on the deck of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got about 10 feet of open air to get to the nautiloid, and then moving around inside the nautiloid is essentially difficult terrain. I'm not going to throw up a map for this part yet. I don't know that we're going to need it. But you can see this Intellect Devourer has leapt at Brutus. It would have landed on his shoulders, but Brutus was able to... What'd you do? Sidestep?
Yeah, I'm just going to sidestep.
Okay.
I'm just going to grab like a piece of chitin or railing, and I'm going to pull myself there.
Sure.
So, you know.
Yeah. So you see, like, the inside of the ceiling of the nautiloid is what you guys couldn't see because you're sort of above it, right? And then this thing just goes like a pouncing spider, sort of, you know, four-legged brain comes flying at Brutus. I think probably the weirdest thing is normally these are in packs, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the Intellect Devourer, and there's just this one, at least so far.
But he's sort of just below, like he has just descended, or has he like traversed into?
No, he's on the deck with Brutus in the.
No. I mean Brutus.
Oh,
himself,
I'm
like,
just right by that entrance.
Brutus is
I'm
right by the
that.
entrance.
Right
So if
by
I
the
drop in,
entrance.
I'll drop in.
Yes.
But it's okay. Yeah.
Right by that bridge.
Yeah.
Shell.
So I will drop in
Okay.
next to the two of them, and she'll touch that thing.
Oh yeah, great.
All
Do you have to be adjacent to? Chill Touch is a ranged spell.
right. It's
It's
touch.
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 Okay.
Yeah, in the 2014 rules, it used to have a range.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
now
great.
It's not. Yeah.
Hey, you gotta touch it.
I always thought it was weird that Chill Touch was not a touch spell.
Yeah.
It
No,
says
it
it in
is.
the name.
Okay.
Touch the grave. Yeah.
Oh wait, with
With yep.
because that was bad. That is but the bonus on that. That is 19 to hit,
Just
and then I need what is this? Okay, 2. Okay, perfect.
probably 2d8.
2d10,
Oh,
and then
boy.
it's not for damage. It's just for the attack, right? The bless
It
Okay.
is for
Yeah, for attack rolls and saving throws.
Attack
attack
rolls
roll,
and
so not the
saving
damage.
throws,
Okay, cool. That'll be double 3, so 6 damage.
Okay, great.
Necrotic, if it matters.
All right, that was on 20. Who's on 18? Jaden?
That was me.
Ezthe, what was yours again?
16?
Yeah, okay. 18.
18. Let's see.
Don't spend a leveled spell on this.
I'm not going to. Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do?
I'm only throwing that out there because Sam plays less D&D than most of us. So.
Appreciate it. That thing we talked about last time, and I'm gonna use Shillelagh as a bonus action,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm gonna go thwack that thing.
Hit it with a stick?
Yeah, hit it with a stick.
It worked really well last time.
Hit it with a stick! Get him! All right.
Is it a coincidence that it's only after Backbreaker has shown up that Jaden has started swinging around this giant stick very
Oh, I
effectively?
forgot to roll her initiative.
Probably no.
Oh, okay. So Backbreaker's on 12 if we get that far in
Okay.
the initiative.
All right, so I don't normally hit stuff in this game, so remind me what I do.
Oh yeah.
Let's
So
see.
you're gonna use your let's see, under actions. Oh, it doesn't list. Okay, so for your, go ahead and just roll the +2 next to Staff of the Woodlands
Okay.
and add 4 to whatever it says.
Okay, and I use bless for this, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely gonna hit. That is 20 on the dice.
Oh yeah. Okay. We can go to damage. That's going to be a D8 plus 4.
Okay, D8 plus 4. You know what? Not you. The pink ones.
They are brains.
Oh, that's a 1 on the dice.
Boo.
Boo
Okay.
dice.
So
You're
5
fired.
damage.
5 damage, yes.
Okay. And Brutus did 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So 17 damage. Okay. That was on 18. No, that was 16.
That was
no,
18.
that was 18. And
That
now
was
I'm on
18.
16.
I hit it too, right?
Yeah. Oh wait.
I did hit it for 6.
You hit it for 6. Brutus hit it for 12.
When I first attacked it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 12.
Okay,
something
so
like that. I honestly
that
can't
was
remember.
18 plus 5. We're actually at 23 damage. Okay. And now we're on to 16. Ezthe.
I am going to cast Firebolt at it.
Oh, love it.
And that's 24 plus a d4 to hit.
Oh, God. Yeah. I think you're going to have a hard time not killing this. Yeah, your bonus is plus. Do you add a bonus to Firebolt? Maybe not.
Well, my
It depends on. No, actually, I don't think sorcerers
It's-
would add a bonus to firebolt.
I mean, it's 13 damage.
That's fine. Yeah. Oh, because it's 2d10 now, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Tear it up.
You smoke that thing. It just, bursts into flames. It cooks. For those of you right next to it, it does have that disturbingly, like, that smells like cooking meat.
Because it is.
Yep.
I think that there's just a little bit of like, Ezthe has had a lot to drink and knows that now is the time to like sober up.
Yeah.
So it comes out like a fire breathing kind of situation, except there's no fuel. It's their breath.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Okay, so this combat's over. We're out of initiative. I love the idea that, like, now Zorug gets up off the deck of the ship and, puts the scythe over her back and comes and looks over the edge like, nice. She hops over into the Nautiloid, and I assume we're all entering the zone. Yes?
Yeah.
The danger
Yeah.
zone.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The zone of enhanced risk. All right. So I would like everybody to make an investigation check. And remember, you can add your bless to this because it is intelligence based.
Investigation. Oh, that's not a great bonus.
And I'll take point on this one as we advance forward.
Okay.
And give everybody, like, some cover behind me. Oh,
Is it okay if Zorug's at your shoulder?
what was that?
Is it okay if Zorug is at your shoulder?
Yeah. Unless they want to take up the rear and be rear guard.
I don't think that's her style.
9.
Got a 10.
18.
18,
12.
12,
15.
15. Okay, the DC is 15. So who all got better than 15 or 15 or better? Just you two. Oh, I might as well roll for Zorug. Why not?
Yeah.
She got blessed too. Oh shit! She critted.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh wait, no. That's a 17 on the dice. So, but the three of you point out. So I'm gonna frame this as Zorug looks at Gralen as like, is like looking to you for confirmation,
Mhm.
right? you recognize the remnants of a spawning pool. And now you, Dion, know what that is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's this big sort of cauldron, like 10 feet across, cauldron of organic material. It kind of looks like it's made from shell, but relatively fragile. And you could see the contents of it have sluiced down the front of the ship. And there are a few like dead tadpoles here,
Oh, thank God.
but all of that fluid has gone down through the front of the ship. And this type of nautiloid is, so like in the opening to Baldur's Gate 3, there's a lot of sphincter doors and whatnot. Look, they are what they are. Okay. And you could see a bunch of those doors are sort of like weak and like half open or whatever. And you could see bits of this like caustic, nasty stuff that goes in the brine pool has like splashed its way all the way out the front. Like you could see down to, past the bridge from here. Like it must be like a smaller than usual nautiloid. It's like, frigate-sized nautiloid, because you could see it's a straight shot, maybe, like it would be 100 feet long, including the tentacles, right? So this is a little bit smaller nautiloid. But yeah, whatever was in here. Oh, and actually there's evidence that there was more than one pool.
Oh no.
So this was probably like its job was to carry around spawning pools and help set up other spawning. Like that was probably its whole job, as like a troop transport. Yep.
Yuck.
Hey, when your troops
Nasty.
are 3 inches long and little nasty buggers, then yeah,
Small ship.
yeah. But yeah, whatever that is, there's just this trail of slimy brine all the way down and out the front of the ship.
Okay. And this might be more than I can get on this, but from the sort of caustic juice that's going down, do we see any sort of like trails of like maybe tadpoles would have?
Oh, they're not really very ambulatory. Like they don't move around on their own.
Okay,
much.
cool.
When they're out of the water, at least, or out of
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
fluid.
yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, who knows what happened? Like, and the ones that you can see here are dying or dead, right? There's like a handful of them here. Zora squishes one.
I was like,
I was gonna say-
can we squish all the ones we see?
Yeah, I mean they're all dying anyway, but yeah, because they're out of their.
I mean,
right?
we might as well make it go from dying
Sure.
to dead. Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Between stomps and cantrips and we just like take out whatever's there.
Just a big
But-
no, thank you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Does it look like, so we see a few,
Yeah.
but like they're multiple spawning pools.
Yep.
So there's definitely a bunch of like tadpole driven creatures running around inside there.
Could be.
Yeah.
There's definitely not enough tadpoles here to account for it. There were at least 3 spawning pools in this part of the ship,
Yikes.
based on the like wreckage that you can see.
Do we see like a pretty safe way to
Mhm.
advance forward and get into
Well,
the Athenaeum?
The slime chute knew how to get through. So yeah,
Follow the slime.
the slime and the sphincter doors.
It's pretty steep then.
45 degree. Yeah.
About 45 degrees. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to like wherever there's purchase, and I'm gonna start taking the thresher and start, like clamping on, sliding down,
Yeah.
and then unclamping, and then making my way down carefully.
Zora also does something relatively similar. Well,
Yeah.
she'll like slide for a bit on her boots, like slide and then scythe into a solid chunk of wall and slow down and change direction, stuff like that.
Do any of you 3 want my immovable rod for like doing similar things?
Oh yeah, that'd be so much fun.
Okay.
Oh, okay, then you do it.
Esthe, in that case, I kind of like, before we start making our way down, I pass it over to you. And I make sure you know how to use it properly, so you can like use it effectively as you make your way down.
It's also worth noting too that like you see Zorug kind of go into work mode.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
at points is like adjusting and then is like indicating to Gralen like, all right, come on, I got you.
Okay.
Right? Like she is setting herself up to get you to safety and not Jaden.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
And I'm doing my best to use the thing that I never use for fighting, but the quarterstaff that I have to
Sure,
kind of
yeah.
like guide my way down and stay balanced.
You know what? As we're going down, then I'll keep my eye on Esthe and Jaden
okay.
and
Let's
give
do
the
it.
help action as
Let's
we
do a
need
quick
to.
little skill challenge.
Sure.
All right.
Awesome.
So we just have to get 5 successes before we get 3 failures. Okay.
What's
Okay.
the roll?
You can pitch it to me,
Yeah.
whatever you think makes sense for getting down there. I'll start with Zorug rolling athletics. That's a crit success. That counts as 2 successes.
Nice.
See, my dice aren't always mean to you all. I rolled a net 18 over here. So yeah, she sets up one spot where she's able to indicate like, oh, these flappy pieces of the door are no good. Like, don't lean on these. And also, I should say, like, the caustic brine is not really like acidic to you. It's just yucky,
Yeah.
right? It
Fair.
smells bad. It smells like vinegar.
Yeah.
And
Don't drink it.
Yeah, but it's not like acidic in that it's going to burn you. It's just nasty and stinks like bile. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Zorug gets us 2 successes. We'll go around this way. Ezthe, what do you want to do to help everyone get down?
I was making an acrobatics roll,
Okay.
and I rolled a nat 20.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Well, we now have 4 successes
Sweet.
out of the 5 that we need. There's no way we could fail this.
Shh. They'll hear you.
That's rude. But I am like, so with this immovable rod and like that kind of natural grace,
Yeah.
that like careening off the sides of these walls,
Yeah.
and like holding on to Jaden and like doing kind of these like weird like throw you forward and then propel myself more forward and then use
Yeah.
the pole to like stop it in front and catch you because hot.
Love that.
I love
Okay.
it. Very good.
All right. Speaking of Jaden.
I'm gonna use survival to find a trail and avoid natural hazards.
Sure. Yeah.
And that is gonna be 15.
That's a hit. You're done. You
Yay.
managed the skill challenge. As I said, there was no way you could fail. Remember this the next time I use that phrase. All right. So, the 5 of you make your way down. The last bit is you kind of have to, unless you want to just drop 40 feet, you have to sort of fireman pull down a tentacle. So
Fun.
that's horrible. And they're not even warm anymore. They're cold. It's nasty. It's like grabbing on a cold pasta. That's you
But, like, big.
Can't fit your arms around, especially Gralen. Yeah. You should probably hold on to Zora for this.
I'll write down either Zorug or Brutus. one or the
Sure,
other.
Yeah. So the 5 of you get down to the bottom of this. I will say, you've fallen into my trap. It would be an order of magnitude more difficult to get out the way you came in.
Yeah.
Climbing up these tentacles, you're realizing like, and they're kind of slimy because of all the caustic, disgusting, whatever. Like, unless you gain the ability to fly, right, getting back out that way is going to be really, really difficult.
And isn't also the gravity increasing as we get closer to the ground?
It's now basically normal,
right.
right? So yeah, you were helped by the fact that it was low gravity up there, but yeah, that's okay. So when you hit the ground, you're all here in a little bit of a clearing, and now we actually can reference the map a little bit. This is where you've dropped in. I forgot to make a token for Zorug, but she's there, so don't worry, I'll add that in a minute.
Yeah.
You are in this clearing, and it is so the green area is area that is covered in fungus. Everything. Okay? Those sort of blue things are massive mushroom stalks. All right? Those are like 20 feet across mushroom stalks. And what you realize now, that the dome is not actually gray. What you're seeing is this forest of mushrooms have pushed up into the surface of the dome and has actually like grown into like fill most of the surface of the dome. Does that picture make sense? It's that like mushroom cap thing, but several of these massive, just epically proportioned mushrooms have grown into one big mushroom cap, and merged into essentially one plant. That it's not that it's holding the dome up, but the dome is holding it in, right?
So the dome is actually transparent.
Yeah.
And we're seeing, okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
And what you thought was just the like gray stony dome
Yeah.
was actually the material of the mushrooms. Now, the underside of these mushrooms, this whole area is glowing, it's green and blue and purple, and it is the lighting of the Underdark, right? It is, there are just a number of things that
bioluminescence.
Yeah. Pooja, what happened that day that as they fell through the hole in the field?
So it's not like they were looking to fall through the earth and go on an adventure or anything like that, but like, sometimes I spooked the horses and they would get out of the pen and I would go chase them down, and it was a pretty normal thing. But like that day, the horse went a different direction than normal. And as I was scrolling through, I noticed that there was like a fissure in some rocks. And it kind of like, dark, whatever, but there was also definitely just a little bit of a glow, and it smelled really good. And I thought, what will get me in less trouble is if I come back with something nice and like fun and maybe something tasty.
Yeah, a little bit of foraging.
And that way, like, if you have snacks, everybody feels better about things.
That's true.
So I decided to go and investigate. And unlike now as an adult, or like a fully grown adult with lots of acrobatic skills, not so much back then.
Okay.
And I kind of did a little like slip and slide situation and ended up
in the Underdark.
In the Underdark.
How long were you there?
I mean, it couldn't have been more than like 2 weeks.
Okay. All right. And I understand you made a friend while you were there?
I did. I made so many friends, but only one of which like actually spoke back to me.
And who was this?
Never said I had to come up with a name.
Oh, no, I didn't. What was the species of person?
It was a mycenoid.
A myconid. Yeah.
Myconid. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
I was like, I am looking it up because
No,
I didn't
got
write
you.
down
Yeah.
the right pronunciation.
Yeah, I love myconids in the lore and everything. That folks, if you're listening at home, they're mushroom people. They're like bipedal, 2 arms, 2 legs, but essentially mushroom people, and they're telepathic. They speak directly into your mind if you're within the region of their spores, and it's weird and gross, and I like them. Okay, so you made a myconid friend. And
I did make a myconid friend and
went on some adventures together.
and Oral.
Oro?
Oral?
Orel.
OROL
Okay. What's the name of this myconid?
is the name of this myconid, as I have been told by the fantasy name generator just now.
Okay, got it. Oral. So your friend was like excited and interested to meet a tiefling, had not met anyone outside of the Underdark, and we had some unspecified adventures there.
It was great because, they had never met anyone from outside the Underdark, and I had never met anyone from inside the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
And then, common ground forms the basis of most friendships.
Yeah. So it's worth noting though that in this scenario, you drop in here and you finally can catch your breath and look around. You're like, holy shit, this feels like I'm in the Underdark. It doesn't feel exactly like the Underdark because being well and truly underground has an almost oppressive, that feeling. I don't know if any of you have ever been deep underground, but I've been caving a little bit and it is it's just otherworldly. So this has some of that feeling, but you recognize a lot of the stuff here. And in fact, for our purposes, there are a lot of the mushrooms and plants and things that Ezthe will be able to identify, and as well as Jaden to some extent.
Jaden has also spent some time in the
Yes,
Underdark.
Exactly. But I want to specifically say probably that Brutus and Gralen have not been to the Underdark. And so I just want to set that up a little bit, right? Now, you're not in the Underdark, capital T, capital U, right? Because that is almost extraplanar, not necessarily, it's under Faerun, right? But this is clearly some sort of replication or something, right? Or a piece of the Underdark flew out into space. That could be, right? But whatever it is, it's here. It's also worth noting that almost everything in the Underdark withers and suffers under direct sunlight. And so the fact that this thing is pointed directly away from the sun sure seems intentional, versus just a thing that flew out into space. So that's all. Just wanted to give a little bit of setting there. Ezthe and Jaden, you have a real clear sense. Zorg has also not really been to the Underdark, beyond just a surfacey level of understanding. So that's worth noting. Also, Jaden, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. And I use bless for that, yes? Wait, no, that's wisdom, not intelligence.
No, you can
It's
use
all
can't?
saving throws.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all saving throws, yeah. So it'll be your D10, D4 plus 7.
That's gonna be, let's see, 20.
Oh, 20.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. This place is hauntingly familiar. And you're not sure why or how, but right away you walk over to there's this bit of growth, right? Kind of just in the middle of the clearing. There's a weird sort of, maybe nobody would have noticed it out of the ordinary. There's so many lumps and mushrooms and piles and there's all kinds of stuff here. Nothing moving around or attacking you right away, but right away you just have this instinct to go and check this thing out. And brush away some of the material,
Mm-hmm.
and right away you see there's a placard on a post, and it is has like the scientific name of a particular type of mushroom,
Oh.
and is indicating that like this is a display of such and such, and this mushroom is often used for this, and it also identifies this as the a display in the Stardrift Athenaeum.
It's like a little curatorial plaque.
Yes,
You can find in
yeah,
museums. Yeah,
yes,
yeah, that's
exactly.
Ah, good.
Exactly. And it's just in common, right? It's written in
Mhm.
common. Yeah. But it also, yeah, it is. You just had an instinct that, like, oh, the plaque's covered up, right? It was
Yeah.
like, let's see what plaque this is.
Okay.
It wasn't what's under here,
Yeah.
right? Does that
Yes.
distinction make sense? Okay.
Mhm. It's like, oh, this thing shouldn't be covered.
Right.
It's like, why did I know that was there?
It's not particularly helpful information on the plaque.
Yeah.
Because between you and Ezthe, like, you knew what kind of mushroom that was. But also it was like, yeah, there's some of those mushrooms there, and then everything else that's grown over, right?
Yeah.
But, gosh, with a 20, I gotta... Yeah, you have a sense of, despite all the overgrowth and everything, you have a pretty clear idea of the display pathway. Like
Okay.
the way you would walk to follow the displays,
Okay.
right? If you want to do that. But it is, there are, if you follow the display pathway, it's essentially not difficult terrain, even though everything is covered in moss and mold and everything, right? And then you can venture out wherever, but it is immediately difficult terrain. And like right around here, there aren't any things that are giving off dangerous spores, but that is very easy to stumble across
Yeah.
in the Underdark. And if this is a comprehensive academic display, it certainly would have had some dangerous specimens.
It sure would. Are there any like buildings or structures we can see from here?
All you can see are just these massive
mushrooms.
stalks, and then the undergrowth of that are just misshapen pieces and piles, and yeah.
Okay.
For as far as like where you've dropped in right here, it's also worth noting that the undergrowth here is thinned out a bunch because you can see where a lot of that caustic material seeped in. There's a few more little worms that you could crush.
Yeah, let's
Right?
step on those.
However, everybody, if you want to make an intelligence save, you can. You're not at risk. It's a sort of like perception check, but with intelligence.
What was the roll?
Intelligence save.
Okay, so
and
bless
which
would apply.
you can use bless, yeah.
Okay, that's 17 for me.
Oh, good. I want 15s.
14.
Okay.
That is 18.
Okay. Ezthe stepped away. Okay. So for 15 and up, you don't have to count. You just get the vibe of like, we've not seen nearly enough tadpoles, right? Like, you've seen a bunch, but
There's more somewhere.
yeah, like not even
Yeah.
close.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Okay. So that's worth noting.
Okay.
It's also worth noting, famously, especially for Ezthe and Jaden, right? Like, mind flayers are also common in the Underdark, and myconids are immune, right? Myconids cannot be affected by
Right.
mind flayer tadpoles. So,
Love that for them.
because their brain structure is so different.
They're mushrooms.
Yeah.
Before we make a decision on where to go, can I see if now that we are on the ground, the orb gives me like a more specified direction?
Oh, yeah. So I will tell you, you are in just for the sake of ease, right?
Mhm.
You are in the northern part of the dome,
Okay.
right? That's where you've broken through.
Mm-hmm.
And the person you're looking for is kind of central, but it seems like up a little bit.
Hmm.
But the middle part of this is the most dense, right? Like there's the massive mega stalk of the mushroom cap,
Right.
and then there's all these little like satellite stalks that are supporting it. So it's a little confusing as to what that's supposed to mean.
Gotcha.
Um,
So essentially, because like just from like sort of seeing it, it's just south and elevated, like
Yeah.
south of us and elevated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit to the east,
Okay.
but
Mostly south.
yeah,
Okay. Yep.
yeah, it's hard to tell. And you're also like you're getting some kind of interference
Oh,
with it.
well, that's new.
Yeah, it is new.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the anything else we want to establish at landfall here?
You know what? We've seen signs of illithid tadpoles.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see signs of like footprints or trails or anything like
Oh,
that?
you want to roll survival?
Yeah. Yeah, survival's good. 18.
Oh yeah. So first of all, the spot you've landed in is just a mess, right?
Mhm.
Like there's so much stuff has come through, like
Yeah.
plenty of feet and bodies and nasty slime and
Debris and slime and
yeah,
stuff.
and like a lot of the fungus is like pulled back from it because it's like, oh, I don't want to touch that either. Like if the moss is grossed out, like the but as you kind of go around the edges of to see where the foot traffic is, you can see there's a fair amount of disturbance directly to the north, and you're pretty sure you're close enough to the like what would be the wall
Yeah.
of the dome, right? So the wall of the dome is 20 feet. Like it's also not a like it's fairly steep the first
Yeah,
20
yeah.
feet, and then the
And then
last
it
20
curves
feet of
up.
the dome it like really curves in, like Mentos,
Perfect.
or like flying saucer kind of shape,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
top half of a flying saucer
Okay.
is like it's steeper up on the sides and then flattens out quickly to a very shallow curve. So there is some sort of activity going back and forth to the north, which is you're fairly close to the wall, and who knows what's there. But you can see some fairly large footprints as well. And then there is a more, well, let's say like smaller footprints and a more sort of carved trail of activity around from leaving east from this clearing.
Heading eastward. Okay. Well, I kind of turn to all of you and say, all right, like quietly, which way should we go? I'll let you all know kind of what I found.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's activity behind us towards the wall. There's more activity heading over that way, and I point to the east. And then, of course, if you chime in that what you're looking for.
that's what I would. I would say.
Yeah.
Well, the orb is telling me that the person I'm looking for is due south.
Does the display path lead in that direction?
Mm-hmm. It kind of goes either direction, but if you go west, it's thicker undergrowth, and it would be more difficult travel.
Okay.
But you can go that way.
And that's towards where Dion's.
Mine is south and a little bit east.
Yeah, but if you go east, it'll go around, right? Like because you're in like the northern part of the dome. If we just apply that sort of compass rose to it,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in that top part of the dome, and if you went around to the east, you would eventually be going south.
There'd be a path that would take us to where we need to be.
Yeah.
Are we concerned about the whatever's to the north of us and it being behind us if we head this way?
I mean, if we head that way, then this is behind us, though. So,
This is true.
From the north, you hear a resounding boom, like an impact, not an explosion.
Like a Jurassic Park kind of boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fluid on the ground starts to... Yeah.
The spores in the area, shimmy. Yeah.
Cool. Can I cast Find Familiar?
Yeah.
In
You
here.
could have cast that at any point.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be right now.
Okay. I didn't know if the...
So yeah, you have a familiar.
Okay. I'm gonna have a little bat.
Okay.
Because it makes sense for Underdark
Sure.
vibes.
Yep.
Just...
And I will say that noise came from the north, right? Which is not very far away from you. The wall is, well, you have to estimate because everything is covered, right? Where's my map tab? Here we go. I have too many tabs open. Really, the wall is, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 to 70 feet away, right? But it's like the first 50 or first like 40 feet is passable tangle. And then after that, you're not sure just because you'd really have to like carve your way through there to see.
So really, whatever this is within view, if not for...
Yeah. It sounds like it's, maybe 50 feet away, just on the other side of whatever this tangle is.
Can I ask my little bat friend to fly over the tangle and look?
Well, yeah, maybe let's say fly around the tangle
Around.
because it's like everything
Yeah.
is, draped and
Sure.
nasty.
Okay.
So you send your bat friend around, and just outside of what you all can see on the map, it reports that there is a massive creature. So it's actually a large-sized creature. It is essentially bipedal. It's 2 arms, 2 legs, head. It has exoskeleton. It's like a shell, more like, a lot of people describe them as bugs. I think they look more like crab or lobster. And it is a question of whether you would know what an umber hulk is.
Oh,
jeez.
That's a great question. I don't...
Do you want to roll nature
Yeah.
just to see?
I do
leave it
want to
up to
roll
chance?
nature.
And then this is technically an intelligence check, even though you get to add your wisdom bonus to it. So you get to add bless.
Okay.
Also, crabs, lobsters are bugs. That's my argument.
Oh yeah, the bugs of the sea.
Oh, yeah.
Bugs
Absolutely.
of the sea.
That's a 25.
Oh,
The
okay.
tastiest bugs of the sea.
Yes,
We're good at
that's true.
nature.
Okay. Yes, you are familiar with umber hulks.
Okay.
They are native to the Underdark. It's not that surprising. Yeah, I mean, if it's just one umber hulk, it's probably better just to take care of business and not have it sneak up on you later. Not that they're particularly sneaky, but it's complicated. But yeah, you can, let's see, what should I tell you about umber hulks? They can tunnel through solid rock,
Great.
right? So getting through whatever this stuff is, like, it's probably not pounding on the mushrooms to get through it. It's just like banged into something.
Yeah, it's
Right.
just banging around.
Yeah. So it's not like actively trying to get at you right now. It just doesn't care about being quiet.
Would it?
But it can tunnel through solid rock, and then it leaves a tunnel, right? If it goes through dirt, the dirt just collapses again, but it can move through solid material. It has usually claw attacks. It has mandibles. It wants to chomp. They're very chompy. And yeah, that's kind of your general impression. They're usually no more than 10 or 12 feet tall. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a giant humanoid crab.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's intelligent? Is it an animal?
It is
Beast?
animal intelligence,
Okay.
right? Like maybe on par with an ape, right?
Okay.
So Oh, the apes are smarter than these.
Yeah.
Okay, they are hunter. They're like predators, right?
Yeah.
But they're the kind of predator that doesn't have to be sneaky. So, yeah. And there's another like sequence of bangs, like bang, 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 just like pounding on something. Who knows? Weirdo.
Yeah, so Jaden would tell everybody what that is. So that's an Umber Hulk. Big crab, chompy claws. I don't think we want that sneaking up on us. It's not trying to get to us, I think, but
Sorry, you
Better
sound
safe
weird.
than sorry.
I need you to roll the bat's stealth
Oh no.
for me.
oh no.
With advantage.
Okay.
Oh, no.
What is does it have stats? Question mark?
Yeah, they're bad stats. I'll pull them up.
Thanks.
Thank
That's
you.
bad.
No worries, all good. Let's see.
Oh,
And
the
you
bad-
said stealth, right, Jason?
Yeah.
Come on.
Not you.
Uh-oh.
Get out of there.
Roll good.
Sorry, the thing is.
Okay.
You got it? Okay.
The bat's linked in the Find Familiar spell. Stealth is Dex.
Yeah. Might have the skill. Oh, it doesn't.
Unless there's
I
a
thought
more
bats would have
version
the
of it.
skill.
Yeah, it feels like they would.
What'd you roll on the dice?
10.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
If it's the Dex, it's +2.
+2.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, even if he's proficient in it, it's gonna get you to 14, and that's not enough. Now, were you asking for the bat to relay this, or were you sharing the bat's vision, which is a thing you can do?
Second one.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. I'm gonna make
Oh,
a.
here it is.
What's the bat's charisma save?
Uh-oh.
Charisma is -3.
It is
Okay.
-3.
Okay. So,
Great.
Jaden, you also get to make a charisma save, but
Okay.
at advantage.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, bat. Oh, bat.
With advantage, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And bless.
Yeah.
There's no way you can fail.
Shh, the dice can hear you.
DC 15.
That's... No. That is 11. The dice are mad.
Oh, okay. Wait, where's the effect of this? All right, so the thing here, you're gonna have a reduced effect. The bat is struck with the full force of confusing gaze. That's with a Z, not Gays.
Okay.
Sometimes that's a different thing. That's a different spell.
It's a different creature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why that's not listed here. Hold on. I didn't put it in my notes, that's why. So the bat is confused and like flies into a hunk of
Aw,
mushroom
buddy.
and is like, rather than turning upside down to grab on like it would, it just like flaps its wings, like go out and like hug this stalk of like, I don't know what to do, I'm so drunk.
I had a bat fall down my chimney one time, and it did that in my curtains.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I don't know what to
Poor
do.
little guy.
Panic.
And this was a real life story.
Yeah,
Oh, this wasn't like a Jaden story.
that's not a euphemism. A bat flew down my chimney.
It's like Jaden's backstory. I'm like, this is a Sam story.
No, that's
Oh,
a Sam story.
Not a euphemism. Oh boy. That's
we
the
can make
qualifier. 'Cause, I mean, I guess it could no.
What do you mean you can't find Umber Hulk? Come on. I put all these notes. The fuck? Do I not have internet? No, I do.
Yeah, my. Are you on D&D
What are you
Beyond?
looking
Yeah,
for?
I'm on D&D
Yeah, my
Beyond.
D&D Beyond
I
was
take a
taking a
quick-
little while too. Kind of slow.
I have it if you need something from it.
I have the saving throw for confusing gaze, but not what it does to you when you fail it.
On a failed saving throw, the creature can't take reaction until the start of its next turn, and rolls a d8 to determine what it does during that turn.
Yeah, and there's a table, right?
Yeah, 1 to 4, they do nothing. 5 or 6, they take no action, but use all of its movement to move in a random direction. 7 or 8, it makes 1 melee attack against a random creature.
Okay. All right. We'll deal with that in a second. I don't know why this won't pull up here. But yeah, so the bat is doing the do nothing turn as it freaks out, and then we'll roll for Jaden when they get back. How is this not working? I'm so confused. However, you all see Jaden go stiff. Well, actually, I'll roll it. It's a D8 for the effect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's a 5?
Hold on, I went away from it. Give me 2 seconds. 5 or 6, no action, but uses all of its movement to move in a random direction.
Oh, fun. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. That's north. So you all understand that, like, Jaden is kind of looking through the bat's eyes, and then Jaden stiffens. Sam, I'll let you characterize this a little bit, but
Yes.
Having failed the saving throw, you are compelled to run in a random direction.
Yes.
And I rolled for it, and it is straight north towards the sound.
Great.
But it is Jaden, like, tripping over mushrooms and being clumsy, and, like, this is not a graceful or an attack charge, right? It's just a, like, Tina from Bob's Burgers running with the arms straight down, and the, like, crashing into stuff and tripping and falling over, and doesn't get more than like 20 feet before it's difficult terrain and whatever. But Jaden is not himself.
No. I think he has encountered one of these before and forgotten about it, and it didn't go good.
Yeah.
And as soon as he locked eyes with that thing, the memory came back, and he's like, "Oh no!"
Yeah. And unfortunately, you ran directly toward it.
Yeah.
Um,
He's turned around. He was looking through the bat's
yeah,
mind.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very confusing. I am gonna need us all to roll initiative now.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Oh, come on, initiative.
Do we use bless for initiative or no? I know we said this before.
No blitz for
Okay.
initiative.
Oh, it's not good for me either.
Yeah, the monk's not doing so hot with initiative this time around.
Well, I didn't absolutely crush initiative this time, so that's okay.
I mean, did you beat an 11?
Yeah.
Oh, because that's what I got.
Oh wait, no, I didn't.
Oh, hey.
Did you beat a 9?
No.
Oh,
Wait, what do you
I'm a
add,
nut.
what do you add to it?
+3.
Oh.
So yeah,
Okay.
I did not roll so great.
Ezthe, do you have initiative? Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
That is because I was muted.
Aha.
16 again.
Okay, 16 Ezthe. This one I'm writing down. Jaden?
18.
Oh, 18.
We're panicking. Let's go first.
Oh, I forgot to roll for backbreaker. Oh, that's not very good either. Okay. 9 is Zorug. 7 is Umber Hulk.
I got a 9 too, and you can choose like who wants to go first or who to go first. I think we're just watching you in anticipation, like describing everything you're seeing through your bat's eyes,
Uh-huh.
and then the next thing you know, you just go charging, and I think that's why we're so taken off guard. Like what?
What was Gralen's initiative? again?
11.
11. Okay.
Yeah, I think at the end of his description, you just hear this, "Oh no," and then he runs.
You're
Runs
like,
directly towards the
towards the
sound.
danger,
Yeah.
and you kind of leave us in the wake of spores trailing in behind you, and we look at each other like, okay.
I like the idea that Gralen has faith in you at first, so it's like, Jaden.
Yeah.
Jaden. Oh, shit.
Okay. So, that also means you're like, Ezthe, you know what an Umber Hulk is. Jaden's a little distracted, but I think it's it's very fair that Ezthe might be like, don't look it in the eyes.
Okay.
You know, like that's the big mistake that can happen there.
As we just saw.
Yeah, I think bats have blind sense, but like bats aren't actually blind. Everybody, just so you know,
Yeah.
like they
Right.
can actually see out of their
Okay.
eyeballs. So
They just don't see very well.
yeah, they don't see well, but they saw well enough to see Umber Hulk. So it is still kind of behind this wall of mushroom. But Jaden, what do you want to do? Oh, does Jaden need to repeat the save?
Let me have it right here.
Great question.
It's just its next turn.
Until Umber Hulk's next turn.
The Umber Hulk can take. Let's see. Hold on.
Why can I not pull this up?
The Umber Hulk's next turn. Target rolls 1d to determine on its next turn.
Yeah, it's
so
just what she
done
does
after
on it's
this.
done.
Yeah.
It's just when she does it on her turn, that was it.
And the
His
Umber Hulk
turn,
can
yeah.
impose it again as a bonus action on its turn, on the Umber Hulk's turn, on the monster's turn.
Okay, so Jaden can act freely right now.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Okay.
But that means if you dashed, you're still like 60 feet north of us. Or up to 60 feet north of us.
Yeah, and you said it was like 100.
No,
No,
they-
you're
no, she-
you're 20
Oh,
feet
she wouldn't
north.
dash, right?
Jaden wouldn't dash because
She would just
you
move,
can't
yeah.
use any actions or bonus actions. So you just ran the full 30
The
north.
yeah. So
Okay.
30 feet.
But hit difficult terrain, it sounded like, so
Yeah.
it was
Also
only 20
15.
feet.
Let's
So
see,
15 feet
I
north.
think
Yeah.
this is Jaden. So I'm gonna move Jaden 1, 2, 3, 4. Up that way. And I'm gonna drop Zorog in here. Everyone can see that, right?
Zorog?
Mhm.
No.
No, not yet. But you all
Oh.
can see.
Yeah,
The map,
she's
yes.
in the
Yeah,
back,
yes.
Okay, I also need to reveal a little bit more of the map. Hold on, I know how to do this. Let's get. Oh, where's all my? Just totally forgot Zorg was in this fight.
Wait. Is this a charmed condition?
Oh, I don't
For
think.
me?
No, I don't
Okay.
think it specifies it as, yeah. Yeah, you're not charmed.
Okay. Just making sure, because I do have resistance to that.
Okay, I finally was able to pull up Umber Hulk. Is magically force unless okay. Let's saving throw. The creature can't take reactions. Yeah, it doesn't say is charmed. Yeah, and if you tell me you're averting your eyes, then we can do that until something else happens. And also be aware that the version of the Umber Hulk I'm using is a little bit different. So
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
okay. That was
So I get to go. Yes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Given my knowledge of Umber Hulks, do I know any of their resistances or weaknesses?
They don't have any.
Okay.
And that their armor makes them, makes it hard to really land a hit. So yeah, if you have anything that can make it easier for them to hit,
Take a bio break.
anything
Take a
that might
bio-
give
bio break.
advantage on the attack. They have a high AC because of this exoskeleton,
Yeah.
right? So
I'm at the bottom.
and they're tough. And we still haven't really seen a good picture of it because you're got a view of it and you're like, whoa, and you got thrown out of that. And
Yeah.
then you ran and you found yourself in the bushes, and so yeah, we haven't seen a really good view of it yet.
Okay. And I can't see it from where I am.
Correct.
Okay, but I can see
You know that it's basically straight north through the jungle,
through the
right?
Okay. Does the jungle, the growth, go all the way up?
Yeah, it's pretty high. Like it's all going up to the dome. So it's
Okay.
there's like streamers and stalks and, you know, hanging vines and, you know, like you can sort of hack through and try to make a path.
Okay.
And it looks like some of that has been done here already, you know? So yeah, it just depends on how you want to proceed.
I don't want to make a path and go through. I want to see past it. That's what I want. Just get to a point where like I can see in. I'm assuming there's a clearing on the other side where the Umber Hulk is.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So
How do I do that?
we'll have to clear stuff out of the way
Okay.
to be able to do that, or you're going to be like coming out in the clearing where the Umber Hulk is.
Right. I don't want to necessarily do that. That just says point within range. That doesn't say I have to be able to see it. Right?
Hold on. I've revealed a little bit more of the map, and I'm gonna drop the icon on there because you know approximately where he is. Where did all my little icons go? Oh my gosh. I really like having the map. I'm just so bad at using it. All right, we'll just use this guy. Whoops.
I leveled up to 7 days ago
Mhm.
and didn't realize until just now that I got a 4th level spell.
Oh yeah. You didn't pick out your spell.
I didn't pick up my
You
spell.
didn't prepare your spell.
I was like, I need Baldur's Gate to give me the big red
Yeah.
exclamation mark and tell me I didn't do a thing yet.
Yeah.
Thought I was done. Jeez.
Okay. So you have an indication of where the creature is.
Yes.
And that gray area is kind of the start of its what do you call it? It's like clearing of
The
it.
clearing, yeah. Okay. So, Moonbeam just says that it has to be at a point within range. It doesn't say I have to be able to see it.
Okay, I'm open to that, except pretty much all spells you have to be able to see where you're casting.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I hate saying no to that, but I think that's the case.
Is there some way to like cast the spell without looking up, right? Like looking at its feet?
Oh yeah, that would be fine, but they can't
Okay.
see that either, right? Like we don't have
Yeah.
a visual on it yet.
Oh no, I'm just in general. I'm just
Yes,
yeah,
yes, that is absolutely fine, and you should do that. You just tell me that's what's happening. Okay, so here's a little bit more comprehensive view of where we are. Oh, I forgot to put the other thing in your zone. Change to map layer. Awesome.
Ooh.
So what is
All right, so that there's a little bit of a pathway north into the bushes. That gray area is the clearing where we know this Umber Hulk is, and where the green turns into gray, this is where we have like, you know, a 10-foot thick tangle of vines and mushroom and all kinds of mess. And
Okay.
we're on Jaden's turn on initiative 18 to decide what to do
What
next.
the fuck to do? Okay.
So you could certainly use Moonbeam to try to burn through the wall of bushes here. You could do something else to try to clear it open. Yeah, there's a few options.
Yeah, I mean, because I'll be able to move it once I
Yes.
cast it, so we may as well just get that moonbeam going.
Okay.
Love that thing. So let's go ahead.
So if you drop, okay, I'm gonna add a little thing for moonbeam.
You could draw a 10-foot circle and change the opacity, maybe, or just do a 10-foot outline.
Well, it's a 5-foot guy, right?
It's 5 feet
5-foot
radius.
so 10-foot
So
diameter.
it'd be a 2x2 square or a 2x2 area.
I don't think that's right. I think it's 1 square and all the squares around it, right?
Generally, I mean, I'll leave that up to you to rule.
Hold on, let me double check. That was my impression, that it's essentially a 3x3 effect. Let's see.
Does it say it's a 10-foot radius or a 10-foot diameter?
No, it's a 10-foot area. Yeah, no, you're right. It's a 2x2 square. Yeah. So, that's fine. And everything in that 2x2 square, I was doing that wrong. Is getting burninated. So, I'll just draw us a little box. Moonbeam. Oh, that's in the GM layer. Okay, I'm figuring this out. I'm getting better. Put in the token layer. I need to make it a little bit more see-through. I don't know how to do that yet. That's okay. That is the moonbeam area.
And just as a little like tip, I actually prefer doing my drawings in the GM layer first.
Yeah.
So I can get it right and then moving it into the.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna move moonbeam to the map layer, so that you can see the squares and we can move over it. And then when you want to move moonbeam, I'll move it for you.
Okay.
Okay. So change that to the map layer, and so we can still see it, but we can see the squares through it as well. And I'll play around with that later. But that is a little too big. There we go. Now it's a tidy little 2x2.
Yeah. Okay.
And that is burning open a hole in the foliage.
Yay. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna assume my starry form archer.
Okay,
Use my wild shape.
great. Love that. We go glowy.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to move away from that area at all?
I sure do.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
Yeah. I'm gonna move back to. Wait, can I do it or do you have to do
You
it?
should be able to do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just have to be on the thing.
Or I can do it for you.
Yeah, my roll 20 is being fussy.
Okay.
So I would like to move. What, I can move 30 feet?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about right down here between Ezthe and Gralen?
That sounds great.
Okay.
Away from the giant crab. No, thank you.
You walked that way. Moonbeam, and it ran right back.
Yeah. And we've all had a warning about trying to avert your eyes from,
Yes.
like try to look at its feet.
Don't look at it.
And yeah, actually, I'm gonna say so. This creates an opening pretty quickly, and you all see through it, and it's also it lights the area pretty well as well. And you could see this Umber Hulk back there that is normally there's this sort of like brown, tannish, red, depending on whatever. There's some variation there. This one is purpley gray, it looks like its carapace is starting to slough off in places. It is hunched forward on its fists, a little bit like an ape. And rather than mandibles, it has two long tentacles coming out the front of it, the front of its face,
Good.
and two shorter tentacles on either side directly on either side of its mouth. Its mouth, an Umberhulk's mouth is not usually a beak, but this one is. And it, yeah, that's sort of our initial sort of reveal of the Umberhulk. Looks like there might be something wrong with it. Okay, that brings us to 16 Ezthe.
Yes. And I am going to cast Chromatic Orb at it. Because, nope. Don't like it. Don't like it. Then... $23 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And pretty sure I can choose what damage I do. Yep. So $19 acid damage.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, 19 acid damage.
And then I am going to use my move action to come up to... No, that's not... To, like, remove regular, so up to this edge of Moonbeam right there.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Did you have a bonus action?
No.
Might I suggest activating innate sorcery?
I feel like at this point, I'm kind of... Because I was thinking about it, and then I'm like... I mean, it is only one guy.
Mm-hmm.
A
True.
really big guy.
True. Yep. Okay. Then we go to Gralen.
Yeah. Oh, actually, sorry.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'll activate innate sorcery and say that my experience in the Underdark means that I am not going to be overly cocky about it.
Okay. Great. Also, the spell save of your sorcerer spells goes up by 1, and you have advantage on attack rolls with sorcerer spells. So you would have had advantage on that attack roll as well. So that's nice. Okay, cool. And just mark off that you've used one of those.
Yes, I did.
Gralen.
I am going to cast Toll the Dead.
What's that do?
Normally it does 2d8 plus 4, but since it's missing hit points because it has been hit, now it does 2d12 plus 4.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah.
And it is a wisdom saving throw on your side.
Okay. That's 14.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's 2d12, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I rolled the wrong ones. I pulled out the right ones, but rolled the wrong ones. They're over here. Thank God. That was
That was not great.
That was abysmal.
Not a great
What
attack
did you roll?
damage roll.
2 and a 1.
Yeah.
On what?
2d10.
2d10. but-
Oh,
I picked up the wrong ones.
yeah. Not much better.
It is not a 2 and a 1. It's a 3 and a 1.
Okay.
So 4.
Aw.
All right. So just 4. What is that? Necrotic damage.
Believe so. Let me double check. Yep, necrotic. Oh, no. 4 plus 4, 8.
Oh.
8.
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Yep. It doesn't. It's not showing any particular resistances so far. So,
Didn't we already get that from...
well, you got Jaden's best understanding of normal Umber Hulk, and this is not a normal Umber Hulk.
Oh,
sense.
Right.
Makes sense.
Right.
Okay. So, just be aware.
Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to this.
Oh. Okay, so now I'm curious. Do I get the sense that this thing is in any way like undead?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
No.
Okay.
It's got tentacles.
No, I know that
Okay,
part.
okay.
I just meant I didn't know if the essence of what it was previously had died, so I was just wondering. Okay,
No.
okay. Yep,
No.
I'm done.
Okay.
I do want to do can I move on the map?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to Oh, wait, that's not how you move it.
Oh, can you give us control of our tokens, Jason?
Oh, did I not?
Yeah.
And then, oh, controlled by. I'm just gonna give it all players,
Oh, there you go.
and then you all can help each other out when you need to.
Go. I will move up. Ezthe, how big is your bomb radius?
Adjacent.
It's like 5
Yeah,
okay.
it's just 5 feet.
I'll go there.
Well, it's just one guy.
And I have 22 temporary hit points right now.
It's a big guy.
Big guy.
I want to be a little bit more of a barrier for Jaden, but also don't want to get so close that I'm right in the mix with Ezthe.
Okay, everybody's characters can be moved by everybody, so we can help each other out as we need to.
Awesome. Cool.
Just try to make sure you grab the right person when you grab. Okay, so what if I do this now? Oh, I thought maybe it would zoom in. No, okay, all I can do is center it. All right, that's fine, whatever. All right, that was Gralen's turn. It is now Zorug's turn. Oh, did I forget to add her to the map?
Mm-hmm.
I sure did.
Oh, Zorug is after me. I would have done the vulnerability thing, but you tend to hit in multiple hits.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is why I didn't do it, because I thought you were
Gotcha.
after me, but I forgot about Zorug.
Oh,
I can
I
do it
see.
next time. Yeah. Ezthe always ends up going faster. Like I just get a little bit faster than Ezthe once.
Mm.
Take that
It's
alert
all
fee.
that, chaos gremlin energy.
Yeah. All right. So Zorg's gonna move up here and hold her action to attack when this thing comes close.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, that's good. Great. She's a melee fighter. And she's not going through the moonbeam.
It's a good call.
What level did you cast it at?
3.
Yeah, not a doofus. Okay, Brutus.
So I can't see this thing, right?
You can.
Oh,
yeah.
I can.
You can see through the moonbeam.
There's a
Yeah, the big
curtain
shaft of moonbeam.
of moonlight, sizzling and burning all the mushroom, but like on either side of that also is shadow.
And am I like say? Hold on, let me see if I can ping. If I go there, well, could I make it there to that space of yellow that's just below the creature?
I'm not sorry. Can you ping it again?
Yeah, let's see. I really wish you could just like it right there, that
Yeah.
little spot,
Oh.
Yeah.
like adjacent to the moonbeam, but not quite.
You'd have to go through the moonbeam to get there,
Okay, all right.
or like teleport. But yeah, like you could teleport to that square.
Oh, I was really just hoping to not use my bonus action. Tell you what, can I make it to the spot just west of Ezthe?
Yes, but you'll be in difficult terrain.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to hoof it over there. And I'm going to make, my first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 attacks with the Thresher. I've chosen the Pull weapon mastery.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm
Wait.
just out of reach, though.
Oh, no, it's 10 feet. Yeah.
I'm just out of reach. But wait.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah. Okay, so that was, let's see, I was right by Jaden. 10, 20, and I mean, even with like my 40-foot movement as a monk, I can only make it to that space. You know what? I'm gonna, in that case,
I would say this is a space as well that you could
wait, which one?
Work with.
That over there?
Yeah, just east of the front of the moonbeam.
Hmm.
As long as you
I,
have.
I just wouldn't be pulling it in the direction of the moonbeam. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I
you
would.
would.
It'd still be
Yeah.
in there a little bit.
Yep.
All right. Okay. In that case, yeah, that's the course of action then. I'm gonna just move that extra spot. Come on, Brutus.
Yeah, you have enough movement to traverse the difficult terrain and squeeze into that.
Okay.
So.
And let's make my first attack with, actually, yeah, I'll split these attacks up. I'm not going to roll all my dice at the same time.
Okay, and then, so we'll establish you have prepared pull as your weapon mastery,
Yeah.
and that is it until a long rest.
Yeah, exactly. I was debating between that and topple, but pull is much more fun. So I'll make my first attack with Thresher. It'll be +8 to hit. That is 19 to hit.
That hits.
Actually 21 to hit.
That hits.
But it'll only do, hold on. It'll only do 5 points
Okay.
of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I will pull this creature. I'll kind of close the gap between it and me.
Okay.
So it's in that corner of the moonbeam.
5 points of damage. What is moonbeam when you enter or when you start your turn there?
It's when. Well, that's a great question.
I don't think the forced movement causes it, so it's going to
Okay.
be when it starts its turn there.
Okay.
Okay.
Like if it willingly enters the spot, it'll take the damage.
Or if I cast it like right on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it'll take the damage when its turn starts.
Yeah. I'll make my second attack with the Thresher. Oh, that's not as great. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's still 18 to hit.
That hits.
And it'll take an additional 6 points of slashing damage.
Excellent.
And then I'll take my bonus action to make an unarmed strike against it.
Sure.
Ooh, Gesundheit.
Sorry.
How dare
Let's
you.
see, 14.
Trying really hard not to.
That's 18 to hit.
Yep. That hits.
And this time around, it'll take 8 points of slashing damage.
Ooh. 8. Okay.
Newbie question, just because of something you said.
Mhm.
So forced movement doesn't cause damage in area of effects?
Generally, I don't think it does. Unless it's something like, what do you call it? The thing that makes caltrops appear.
Oh, spike.
Oh,
Spike.
right.
Spike growth. And
Yeah.
it's spike growth, if you drag it across,
Mm.
I think that'll like
There's
cause
an
it to
That
exception.
makes
But
sense.
otherwise, what they're trying to avoid is the abuse of like drop moonbeam. One person drags them through, another person drags them through, and we just like hit them with moonbeam 5 times.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Which okay, sure. But in the span of 6 seconds, like it wouldn't be that much damage, really.
Right.
I'm just double checking moonbeam to make sure we're doing it right.
Yeah, please
Um,
do.
We've got 40-foot high cylinder. Wow, that's the whole room. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's tall,
So
but
there's
narrow.
anything above it.
Yep. That we'll make a note of that in a minute.
And Jaden sets the mushroom cap on fire.
Yeah.
Fire rains down on all of us from above.
Field save.
End of campaign. We all die.
Creature
tasty fire.
also makes the save when the spell's area moves into its space and when it enters the spell's area or ends its turn there. Okay, that's what it is. If he ends his turn there, then he has to do it. Or if you move it onto him in some way. Even
Right,
like
okay.
adjust it from one side to the other is fine.
Yeah.
Right? It just has to be intentional. Okay, cool. So he gets pulled. There's a save for that, isn't there? I have to do a
Oh,
strength
there
save.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, for the pull?
Yeah.
I don't think there is. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
you
just
put it in
like
the save.
push. Push has a saving throw.
Hold on. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. In any case, the save DC would only be 10, which I
Yeah,
think
if
this
it's
guy
like
has.
shove, then it's a strength or dex saving throw.
Yeah, I think it would be 8 plus your proficiency plus something.
Then 11.
No, you can use your dexterity bonus.
I can use my
for this.
dexterity,
Yeah,
then
because
14.
it's a monk weapon. Okay, so 14. Let me see what my strength save is. Spoiler, I want to use my strength save,
Mhm.
not my dex save.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to roll initiative for my bat.
Oh, yeah.
He can do stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 17 to save. So,
Okay.
Then, yeah, so he's not yanked, but you still managed to do all that damage. Oh, your unarmed attack, then
Ooh.
we would have to say you moved up a square. Did you probably had enough movement to do that,
Well,
right?
let's see. It depends. Does it make the second saving throw?
Which, what
Because I attacked it twice with Thresher. Once with my
Oh, that's right.
regular attack, and then once
yeah,
with my
let's
extra
do it again.
attack.
No, it
Okay,
does not.
alright,
It gets an
alright.
11.
In that case,
Yay.
then...
So
okay,
the
then we're good.
second attack yanks him forward.
Okay.
I love that. Hold on, I just got logged out of roll 20. Why is
Yeah, the same thing
nothing
happened
working?
to me. Like, yeah.
I bet we lost internet for a minute or something.
I think so, because it chucked me out earlier.
Okay. Are we? I mean, I assume we're still. Yeah, that's got a little red dot on it. We're still streaming. Should
Yeah,
be
and I
fine.
haven't lost y'all at all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. No, I can see us on stream. Okay. Great.
The bat got initiative 19, by the way.
So, Jason,
We'll see how he's doing in a minute.
so Jason,
The bat. Okay.
just to let you know, since pull is a custom weapon mastery, right?
Mm-hmm.
According to this, if you hit the creature with this weapon, you can pull the creature up to 10 straight feet, like no save.
Oh, okay.
So you can certainly you can make it function more like shove.
Yeah, it's based on push.
So, yeah, okay, I gotcha.
I meant to copy that with it.
All good.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure that your intentions were.
Yep,
were
that is
so.
the intention. Okay, so the that was Brutus's turn, and I think it's my turn now.
Yep.
Okay. So, couple things happen.
Oh no.
Brutus, slashes this thing with the hook. It doesn't land. Actually, what happens, the reason why you didn't pull it the first time is you hooked onto a piece of carapace
Oh.
and it just peeled off.
Gross.
This huge
Oh,
chunk of
nasty.
carapace the size of the hood of a car just slurps off his back. And your second one, you actually hooked it under his front arm, his left arm, and managed to yank him forward, but didn't keep it as a grapple. And yeah, you could just see he lumbers forward and is going to try to. Well, it has a couple things to do here. He steps forward, and you can see his toothy beak open, and the body language is a scream, but it is in your mind.
Oh god, I knew it.
Oh, good.
Mind blasted by an Umber Hulk.
Jaden may
Freaking
be
horrifying.
out of range. This is it's a 60-foot
Oh
cone.
god, that's
That's
everybody.
big enough.
Uh-oh. Okay, everybody make a DC 15 intelligence saving
Oh,
throw.
god, intelligence.
Add
What
your
the-
bless.
Remember you're
Don't
blessed.
forget you're blessed, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
DC 15.
I need another D8.
Oh, yay.
Oh,
15.
Rerolling them.
17.
Oh, bless.
19.
Okay. Brutus?
18.
Oh, I should roll for Zorog.
No, sorry.
Uh-oh.
And the bat.
17.
Zorog did not. Okay. Yeah. There's gonna be some.
Dex saves.
The bat has
The
a
bat-
-4 intelligence, by the way.
Okay, the bat did not make his saving throw.
Okay, so the bat and Zorog are going to take. Now, this is an all or nothing thing, so you don't take half damage on a success. You take no damage.
Great.
Okay?
Alright.
But it does mean that Zorog and the bat are going to take a bunch of psychic damage. 7, 8, 13. Yeah, it's a low roll. All right. So they're both going to take 13 psychic damage.
Bat probably goes proof.
The bat has
Oh, yeah, the bat is...
a whopping 1 HP.
Okay, the bat is de-summoned. Now, it's a spirit creature, right? So it can be resummoned later, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just not. The bat's not here right now.
No. The bat vanishes in a screech. Zorog takes 13 damage. Yep. Okay. And so let's see. That was not part of that. Was a bonus action. Okay. So then it is going to attack Brutus.
Okay, bring it.
Oh, it's already been brought in. Okay, where's my claw attack? There we go. Okay, Brutus. That's a 21 to hit.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll my second attack.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I'm not going to. I have to do this one first. Okay, D8 plus 5. You take 8 damage.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll take that.
Okay, and then I need you to roll a save.
Oh.
Dex save
I
versus grapple.
can't use evasion on that, so.
Okay.
However, I will get. I'm proficient in that, so 9,
And plus a D4, it's a save.
19. I got a 20,
You got a 20. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. You save versus that one.
and
So
that was with the D4.
Oh, okay.
he's going to try to attack you again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 18 to hit.
I'll take it. Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, then that's 11 damage.
Okay, I'm gonna try to redirect that. I'm gonna
Okay.
spend a focus point. I'm going to be able to reduce it by. Hold on for a second. Let me just check. Reactions. No. Sorry, 1 second here. Deflect it. I get to reduce it by 19.
Oh, okay.
And actually, I will use a focus point to redirect that to right back to the Umber Hulk.
Okay, cool. Stop
Um,
hitting yourself.
yeah, exactly. Please make a DC 13 Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's not going to do it.
Take 12 points of
Wow.
whatever type of damage that attack
Yeah,
is
that's
going to deal.
slashing damage.
12 points of slashing.
All right. Okay. And then I need you to make your dex saving
Yeah,
against
dex
grapple
save.
again.
Okay. 21. Hold on, I think it's 11. That's 23.
Yeah. Okay. So what's happening here? This Umber Hulk is slashing at Brutus, and then it's like following up with its mouth tentacles to try to get, and Brutus keeps like ducking under that, right? And then dodging the next one. And then the second slash, Brutus just like gets in the elbow and redirects the claws into himself and knocks off another piece of chitin. And it is just slimy and gross. And yeah, this thing is clearly trying to get a hold of him.
So we've established that I've seen attacks by illithids before, right?
Yes.
So I know their MO of grappling you and trying to suck out your brain.
Yes.
I kind of like yell that out to
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah, he wants to eat your brains. That is clear. Okay.
Does he take moonbeam damage on the end of his turn?
Well, I don't know that he's going to end his turn there.
Okay.
Oh, because I didn't grapple it.
Or is backbreaker not close enough to take the ready hit?
Mm-mm.
Not close enough, huh?
Oh no, she has range. Yeah, because it's like a halberd. Yeah, you're right. She should have hit when he came up. 18.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay, I've been assuming the scythe was a D12 weapon. So
That's right.
that's a 12 plus 9. 21
Plus.
plus her plus 4 strength, 25 damage.
Nice.
Not bad. Where's that? Here it is. Another 25 damage for this guy, which is 60 plus 23 is 83. And yeah, nice. He's bloodied. He was bloodied before, but you know, he's in not great shape. Okay, then we're going to try to move because he's, you know, that like as he's here in this spot, he would take damage on the end of his turn because you could see this light is just beating down on him, right? And it's starting to sizzle the parts of chitin that have fallen off, or you know, the skin underneath there is bubbling and starting to cook a little bit. And he is going to, treating this like difficult terrain, he's still going to crush. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And all of this is now cleared from being difficult terrain as he's crashed through it. And it's essentially he's using his tunneling ability,
Gotcha.
but is just shredding, you know, to get away from the moonbeam. Yeah, so that's where that's as much movement as he gets for that. Just double check.
So
Yeah.
he moved through my threat zone as well then.
He was never.
Or did he go the way around?
He went around Brutus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was not in your threat range yet. But he stayed within her threat range as well. So, yeah, I don't think there's any attacks of
I
opportunity
mean,
there.
technically, so he would have hit into her, like gone out of and into hers, but since getting pulled in wouldn't, because you're not moving of your own volition, that doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity, but like coming around would, so
I
6 in
don't.
one hand, half a dozen in the other.
I don't think there is there because her threat range is outside, is like reaches past Brutus, Zorug's, so it never left her threat range.
Yeah. Technically, yeah.
Yeah. Because she has 10-foot threat range.
Cool.
Yeah. So, let's I think that's it for me. That was my bonus, that was my standard, that was my move. The bat. Okay, let's take that off the list.
My bad.
Jaden.
Yes.
Just a time check real quick for you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. All right, yeah, we're at the top of the round. Thank you for mentioning that. We will call it here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for session 9 of the Astral Circus. We'll be back with the horrible, gross Umber Hulk in a week. And thank you for joining us live or later. Your only 2 options to watch the show. Our chat mods make it possible to do it live. That's 50% of our options. And we really are grateful to them for that. Thank you to our amazing Patreons who let us do this ad-free and independent. And thank you to these lovely people for letting me be gross at them. Pooja, let's have you go first.
Hi, I am Pooja. I have been playing Ezthe Perah, your friendly neighborhood Thembo martial sorcerer. And you can find me on the internet as Forgotten Saves. If you want to hear me play more TTRPGs, check out the Happy Jacks back catalog and, other various assorted places. You'll find me when you're not expecting it. And I'll just say thank you again to my table for letting me remote in so that I could do another stint at a mutual aid foundation that I volunteer with. And I highly recommend that y'all look up mutual aid.
Yeah, everybody
Societies
here
within your
believes in the
community.
importance of mutual aid and whatever it takes to, yeah, absolutely. Sam?
Hi everybody, I'm Sam, they them pronouns, and I have been Jaden, your friendly neighborhood spaceship captain / sparkly elf. You can find me on the internet under my author pen name, Sylvie Hellstaff, on Blue Sky and TikTok. Go check out my books if you like spicy monster romance type things. They're fun. Also, today is Indie Bookstore Day, so if you've been thinking of picking up a new book, I would suggest you do so at your local indie bookstore, or find an indie bookstore online to support.
You
indie
can
bookstores.
go on bookshop.org.
Yes, that's
and
the one.
Libro FM if you don't want to leave your house, because I feel that real hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's still, you can choose a bookstore to support through your through the web portal there.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So books for everyone.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name again is Jay, and I played Brutus. Both of us using he, him pronouns. And you can find me at JAfrica in most of the socials. You can also find me at the, here every Saturday playing with the Astral Circus folks, as well as in Happy Jack's back catalog and a couple of different games there. You can play D&D with me this May, the first Sunday of May 4th, I believe, at Alamo Draft House in downtown Los Angeles for the Dungeons and Draft House event. And if you're going to be at Universal Fan Fest Nights tonight, you may spot me there. If you do, feel free to come and say hi. I may have an inspiration band for you.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Where do people look up your Alamo Draft House game?
That's a really good question. Alamo Draft House has I think their website has you can look for their various locations. This one in particular is at Video Vortex in downtown Los Angeles. And I believe there is an Eventbrite, recurring event where you can sign up for Alamo Draft House games.
Cool.
Nice.
Just, asking for a friend over here.
Sure.
Hi everyone, I am Dion. I have played Gralen Longstamp, both he, him, and I have been your friendly neighborhood, really fun, helpful guy. You can find me on the internet, but I don't know why you would, because I don't really do much there anymore. It just makes me sad, and so because it makes me sad, I like to do things like this with friends to make me feel better, and
Amen.
so should you. Find the thing that brings you joy, and no matter how bleak things get, remember there's always joy in the world.
Amen for that. And my name's Jason, your friendly neighborhood dyslexic librarian. I'm working through my library degree, and I'm looking forward to being a librarian in the local area here, and also making things available to fellow dyslexic readers out there. So there's a lot to that I'm excited about taking on. If you have questions as a dyslexic reader, you can message me on Blue Sky at It's Probably Okay, and you can find my stuff at probablyokgames.com, and you can follow my Twitch. It's Probably Okay. I mostly play video games turned up to stupid difficulty levels and see how long I can last. I don't know why, but I like that. So that's it for us. Sam, if you wouldn't mind grabbing being ready with the Patreon click.
You got it.
Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, folks.